Yep, I'm just gonna get a post on Instagram saying we're live. So we'll go, hey everybody, we are live from Tech Alley. We'll do the official intro in just a second. Let me just get some housekeeping done here first. But somebody's watching.
Somebody's watching.
Yeah. Where are you? There you are.
Richard.
There we go. Share.
How are you?
How are you? Ugh, got it. All right. Well, here, while I'm in here, we may as well. Yeah, no. How are we? Yeah, we're sounding good here. So
solid.
Yeah, about as good.
Somebody already commenting. Who's that?
Who's already commenting? Oh, Sunny Vegas. Wish I was there. Well, we'll comment right back on that.
Well, come on through.
Yeah, come on through. But it looks like Sunny Vegas will be here in March. So.
Oh, cool.
So Sunny Vegas, are you a Vegas local? Is that Sunny Clark, who's been on here before?
Not sure.
Tell us in the comments if you are Sunny Clark or you are a different Sunny. And what was I doing here? Oh yeah, I'm doing this.
In Columbia for the winter.
This. Oh yeah, that's Sunny.
Oh cool. Hello.
Yep. That's Sunny. We know Sunny. Well, Columbia sounds, I mean, it's really, really gorgeous here today, but Columbia sounds like it's pretty good right now. So that's sounding pretty darn good. Let me story, picture, link, paste, live, no.
Beep, boop, 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 boop. We got some more people. Hello, 3 people. Welcome to the live stream.
Yeah, go ahead and
as we get ready for the final Tech Alley of 2025. I think it's a great opportunity today to look at first of all, I noticed all the hands that went up today of all the new people here at Tech Alley.
Yeah.
It's always fascinating to see who's never been here before. And I think it's interesting because you've got people that are either they're visiting here or they're moving here, sort of in droves, it feels like. And somehow this is the thing that they find their way to. And it happens to be the third Saturday of every month, third Saturday. If they've never missed one, it's never rescheduled because of a holiday. It's never rescheduled. We did have rain for the first time ever.
Yeah. Which was not terrible until we started packing up, because that was when the rain got really hard. And then I had to, you know how it is when we unpack and we pack up and like everything is spread out all over this courtyard.
Yeah.
I had to work right in this little area next to this table.
Yeah.
Until I could get everything packed up.
That's funny. But yeah, no, every third Saturday, this is what people can count on. So great lineup today. I think there's a few of the monthly people that are here all the time, and then we have a handful of new people presenting as well. So I think that's always very interesting. But yeah, I think there's lots of cool stuff to talk about, especially as we shape up and start to see what 2026 is looking like. Not just for Tech Alley, but for Vegas and for us as well. So great day. The weather's awesome too.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Make sure we're solid here.
All right.
There it goes. We're live.
Okay. We're live. We got stuff posted. We're doing all the things we're supposed to be doing. All right.
If you're visiting the live right now on any of the platforms, go ahead and just a little tech check here. Just drop a little comment.
Yeah.
Whatever platform you're
Say
on,
hi.
let us know where you're watching from, and we will kick this thing off.
So now that we're kicked off and we got all the housekeeping done, I'm going to get into what's happening today, why you should come down if you are in Las Vegas, why you should come down to Tech Alley. So Tech Alley is I think you explained it, right? Our monthly tech community meetup, series of meetups. There will be probably 15 or more meetups today on various different topics. So, and starting at 11 a.m., the first round of meetups, Who's Got My Money? Kurt Walker, always a crowd pleaser. So
Happening right now.
if you're an entrepreneur or a small business owner and you're interested in how you can get investor money or how you can get loans or how you can get earned revenue or all that kind of stuff, there's always good stuff to hear in Kurt's talk. Innovation Essentials with UNLV, hosted by Rachel Gomez, is happening right now. Agile NV with Will Wang. Las Vegas AI Meetup, hosted by Timothy May. And they've got a special guest speaker today, best-selling author John Michael Thomas.
That's it. Nice.
And then Caleb Green, the startup attorney, is here. He's sitting inside Caverna Costera and is going to give people legal advice. So actually, I need to be really careful. I don't think he's giving them legal advice because that means something different. I think what he's doing is answering questions about the legal aspects of business and startups. So
Correct.
Got to be really, really careful about that. Lunch will start at 12:15. Here's what's great. Did you mention this already?
I did not.
Here's what's great about lunch at Taverna Costera at Tech Alley. If you come down to Tech Alley and you sign in with the QR code and you register, you get free lunch on Taverna Costera, and it is always delicious. Mediterranean fusion kind of thing. Really, really great. And then at 1:15, the second round of meetups starts. Another crowd pleaser, demo time with our good friend Josh Stacy. So you can come down and see
right
all
over there.
Yep, sitting right over there. And you can see all the cool things people are working on in the community here. You can give them feedback on it. You can help them develop their startup or their technology or their idea into something really, really special. Victory is doing the drones meetup also at 1:15. AI search optimization with Eric Lacasse. It goes by the better title of Google is just not that into you anymore. So he's helping people and businesses make the adjustment to investing really heavily in SEO and ads and using AI and taking advantage of how AI works to get your business and your brand at the forefront of search and on the internet. And then the Las Vegas Python meetup with Adam Englander, also in that second round of meetups. Then at 2:45, we do the third round of meetups. That's Josh Stacy's back with Sin City Programmers. James Roop, who we're going to try to get on here today to tell us a little bit about what he's got going on and some of the new things he's learned.
Yeah.
That's going to be the blockchain self-custody. So if you're interested in blockchain from a crypto perspective, or you're interested in blockchain from a how do you take control of your own money and your own information and all that kind of stuff, come on down and check out the blockchain self-custody at 2:45. And then Marina Cristidi is doing the AWS Amazon Web Services user group meetup. That used to be separate, and it's been at Tech Alley the last couple of months now, so that's really great. And then Jackson Wright is back this month with speakers Kate Sibyland and Anthony Bradley for his social marketing talk. So
cool.
There was a little break in that for a couple months, but now he's back.
Always brings the heat. With
always
marketing
brings
stuff.
the heat. And then I just got a text from Sophia. Oh,
yep.
Sophia may head this way after breakfast.
I saw that too.
To see
She texted me first.
So yeah, if you're really enjoying watching this live stream where I text other people and read off of my phone, welcome.
Or if you want to slide in your announcement, just text me or Jason while you're talking.
Honestly, if you have an announcement, I don't know why I put these on.
We've never done that, like a live news desk. Like, oh, this just in.
Yeah. No, this is what the comments are for. So if you have an announcement, that's how Mark Phelan, who's been on the stream a couple of times now, comes down to Tech Alley just about every month. I haven't seen him here yet today.
Yeah, I think he'll be here.
But I think he'll be here. He usually joins us on the stream. But Mark found out about Tech Alley by watching this stream when he was in another seminar.
That's funny.
And he's like, oh, I want to go down to, and he put comments and he's like, hey, how long are you going to be there?
Yeah.
Where's the event? All that kind of stuff. We gave him all the information, and he came down and watched. He was watching the stream, came down, met us, met a lot of people, and I think he's been at Tech Alley ever since. So.
Well, and that's funny because he's literally one of my top 5 connections of all of 2025.
Yeah, he's great.
So
he's super great.
So this works.
So it does work. So what have you got cooking?
I mean, we've got a bunch of things cooking. There's a lot of things coming up here for 2025. Well, you've got your stuff. I've got my stuff.
I got a lot of stuff.
We can talk about the joint venture of Vets and Tech. There's definitely some cool stuff popping.
Let's dig into Vets and Tech. We didn't get to talk a ton about GEW.
Okay.
because, and not that I don't want to talk about vets in tech, I do want to get to that.
Sure.
But I want to talk about GEW because GEW is kicking off last time we were here.
Yeah.
And we
sure.
have not been back on this stream to talk about what happened during GEW, how it went, what's coming up for next year, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. And I did just now realize that. Yeah, we were here kicking off that day. It was a little rainy. We went ahead and jumped right in. That was more the kickoff for the whole week.
Yep.
Global Entrepreneurship Week was incredible. For those of you that don't know, it is a international event that happens all around the world. It's about 40,000 events that are ran and led by great state coordinators like me, community organizers like I see Ben Leifsky
Ben's
out there.
floating around here somewhere. I'd love to get him on today too.
Great
Get caught up with him.
volunteers from all over the United States and all over the world. It happens in more than 180 countries, and everybody celebrates entrepreneurship in their own form or fashion. So there's kickoff events, there's panel discussions, there's workshops. Some of the highlights right off of the top of my head was not just Tech Alley here, but we also did Tech Alley in Henderson. That was that Wednesday. We also had some incredible events earlier in the week, like Social Exchange. I actually met Taylor Goodyear here at Tech Alley Global Entrepreneurship Week 2022. I think it was. Maybe it was 2020.
What's this year? 2025.
Yeah, this is 2025.
I think it might have been 2023, but
no,
was it really that long ago?
I think it was. Yeah, because they helped out 2023. They got really busy last year, and then they came back.
I did. I lost all track of time. That means I met Taylor in like the summer of 2022.
Yeah. But no, it was really incredible. They hosted some cool events. They stepped up and really helped out this year a lot. But one of the most phenomenal events happened over at Starbase, and we did a roundtable discussion about what the future of Las Vegas might look like, and it was playing the game with that Global Entrepreneurship Week created called No Bad Ideas. So it was a facilitated workshop where we just talked about, what are the cool ways that we could shape this community through the future. And a lot of great people participated. But I think my favorite thing is Shaq with the governor's office at economic development was there. And he was like, hey, is there a whiteboard or anything? I was like, I don't know. And he showed up with the big Post-it notes. And
those are great.
He was taking notes the whole time.
Like, was he taking notes on the big Post-it notes?
Yeah, he was taking notes. And I mean, it doesn't mean that every one of those things is going to go into action. Yeah, but we're cooking up some cool stuff.
I mean, some bad ideas.
Yeah, some bad ideas. But we're cooking up some cool stuff for what's to come in 2026. So overall, the campaign was phenomenal. Lots of great traction all over the world, but especially here in the United States. And some of the things that Global Entrepreneurship Network is really ramping up for this year, along with some of the ecosystem builder organizations, is I don't know if people know this, but this year, 4th of July is America's 250th birthday. And to celebrate that, one of the big campaigns out there is called America the Entrepreneurial. So there's a lot of initiatives to really drive commerce and entrepreneurship across the United States, and this was just a big kickoff for that. So
cool. So one thing I did not hear as much as I've heard in years past, I think people have gotten used to this now. I didn't hear, why are you doing it during F1 week?
Yeah.
Everyone kind of just like, oh, two things can happen at once in Vegas, right?
Yeah. Well, and that was one of the big challenges that we faced 3 years ago, last year as well. But this year, or was it 2 years ago?
2 years ago. This year was
2 years
the third.
ago. This was the third. And last year we got ahead of it a little bit. And I really think that with the efforts of Freedom Week this year, it really did kickstart that conversation to start preparing. And we made sure to launch everything that we were doing pretty significantly far away from the strip to not try to conflict with what was going on in some of those. Another really cool event that happened was to close off the week. We actually did a big networking event with Austin Boyd over at a live print shop, Grow and Connect. And there's a lot of really cool connections that happen from that may kick some stuff off into the new year as well.
Cool. Any big lessons learned from this week's GEW or this year's GEW?
Yeah, I think the biggest lesson learned is that I think it's really just a matter of really putting dates on the calendar and getting more and more people involved earlier. I think we do a better job of that each year, but this year it really seemed to pay off in a good way. I think we can only amplify that this year. I think the biggest lesson learned too is we have something this year that we've never had before, and that's all of the visual collateral. We did those programs that really did help kick off some stuff, and then also the t-shirts. So the t-shirts with all the different organizations, I think that really just kind of leaves a permanent impression of, hey, this is bigger than just Dave throwing a couple of events together.
Yeah.
And I think we can definitely leverage that coming up this year.
Yeah, I think Freedom Week was a huge that, especially with the big push we started Freedom Week off with Vet Talks, was a huge beacon that got people thinking about GEW. And I think the I don't want to say constant push, but the refreshing everyone's memory over the summer, starting with Freedom Week of GEW's coming up.
Yeah.
This group is going to do this event during GEW. The boulder started rolling down the hill a little bit sooner.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. And then I think, we're just going to leverage that again this year and go bigger and stronger with Freedom Week. Also because it ties in with America's birthday. I think it's perfect because it's always going to be the week after 4th of July.
Yep.
And we're just going to keep that energy going. So I'm personally looking very forward to kind of cooling off this month, even January and probably February, and really March, April, May, June, ramping into Freedom Week.
Okay.
And then before we know it, GEW will be here again.
So we'll start planning for Freedom Week in earnest, probably end of February, beginning of March kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if you've got ideas for Freedom Week in Las Vegas, or you're interested in doing a Freedom Week in your own city, now is a great downtime to reach out to Dave and say, hey, tell me about Freedom Week. Tell me what's in a nice low pressure, low threat. This is what we did for Freedom Week last year. This is what we'd like to do. This is what we're thinking about doing for Las Vegas this year, but it's not set in stone yet. And then things will start. The concrete will be starting to harden a little bit, probably starting in March. So
there it is.
So cool. All right. So we got a little GEW in. We got a little plug for Freedom Week next year in.
Yep.
Vets in Tech. Some cool stuff coming up with Vets in Tech.
You mean Vets in Space?
Vets in yeah, I do mean Vets in Space.
We literally just got off the phone call. What was that? Tuesday or Wednesday?
I think it was.
Wednesday. The announcement came out last week. Vets in Space is going to be a new program that's coming out through Vets in Tech. But it's not just, it's not just some crazy idea. They're like, let's put it up there. There's a launch happening.
The Artemis launch.
The Artemis launch.
February 4th, I think it is.
Yeah. And Vets in Tech has partnered with, what was that organization they partnered with? Oh, Disney.
Yeah. You may have heard of them.
May have heard of it. But no, really cool idea. And I think it just expands the opportunity for what Vets in Tech can do. But also it was right after that announcement came out, right after we had talked to, our national HQ about some of the things that we want to do with Vets in Tech here in Las Vegas. So it looks like it's going to be 2026 is a big year for Vets in Tech.
Big year. I'm excited. Vets in Tech did a very similar thing this year with something called Vets in AI.
Yeah.
But they didn't. They did a bunch of launch events and that kind of stuff, and it's great. Vets in AI is a great, and these are subsets to. They're not replacing certain aspects of Vets in Tech. They're just kind of emphasis areas for Vets in Tech. Right now that AI is becoming so prominent and careers are opening up in AI, Vets in Tech wants to be part of that. So they're kind of creating this special little. Yeah, we do this too, and then same thing with space. And what Vets in Space has going forward is this big manned space launch event coming up on February 4th. So, and I think we're going to try to do a little watch party or something here. So.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we'll look at some venues and things like that. But it's funny to me because the Vets in AI part, I think everyone was jumping on the AI train, but not everybody can jump on the space train.
No,
they can try.
Not everybody can jump on the space train.
But not everybody's going to jump on it, especially with a big partner like Disney. And I have no idea what all of the technicalities of all that stuff looks like, or what how that's going to shape up in time, but that's one heck of a way to make the announcement and start getting ready for the launch. For sure.
I'm excited about it. With a lot of the re-energizing of some of the NASA programs, manned space flight to the moon, that kind of stuff. I'm really excited about that. I worked on space stuff for for big chunks of my Air Force career, probably close to half of my Air Force career was working on space technology stuff.
Cool.
So it's a world that used to be very, very hard to break into.
Yeah.
Right. When I came in, if you wanted to do space stuff, you either had to come in the Air Force or you had to come in like through NASA. And now because of SpaceX and Blue Origin and all these other companies that are out there that are doing space stuff, manned or otherwise.
Yeah.
There's so much more opportunity to be involved in space technology and doing work on things that are actually going into space. So I think it's a great fit for vets and tech because that's a growing industry that's going to need lots of talent as well. And this is the kind of stuff we dreamed about back in the 90s when we were first working about, is when commercial interests would come up with ideas and then be entrepreneurial and take the risks of doing things in space instead of relying on the government to develop the technology and then spin that off into some private company. So.
No, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think there's lots of cool opportunities with it, and the other part too is it just opens up for new partnerships and just new visibility.
Yeah.
I think that's the really cool thing. So I'm excited to see how all of it plays.
Yeah, so much that can be done in a career in space, even if you're not working for a big defense contractor. But I mean, AI is going to be a huge part of that. AI is going to be a huge part of the operating systems that run those satellites and run those spacecraft. And if you're a more traditional engineer like I am and I was, there's all the structural engineering, there's all the thermal management, there's all the space is a really, really challenging environment. A lot of really interesting challenges to build something that can operate in space when it's going around the Earth and it's getting directly hit by the sun. And then like 30 minutes later, it's behind the Earth and it's in shadow, and it's got to take those temperature swings of like 300 degrees every 90 minutes. So it's very, very interesting. Communication technology, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be fascinating. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to us putting something together on for that launch party and talking about the vets and space aspect of vets and tech more as the months come along. So.
Yeah. One of the other interesting topics that I'm sure is going to be very interesting is maybe you've seen it, and this is more and in local news. I think downtown is going through some growing pains here in the Arts District with the parking situation. So we don't know what the future looks like for Tech Alley in this location,
we had
but
a couple things, right?
Yeah.
Let me grab these.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we did. Yeah.
I think it's related to what you're talking about.
Oh no, that's really just it's just a advertisement. That's Postmates, definitely not the same thing. But
that's not.
yeah, that's
this thing.
Let me grab it.
Yeah, that thing is related to the parking at Tech Alley. Yeah, so downtown. So the city of Las Vegas has decided a new stretch of downtown is going to be pay for parking. We have seen that. I believe that started over in the lots over here this month.
Yeah.
Street parking right now appears to be free. I hope so, because there was nowhere to.
Yeah, they blocked off all they put bags on all the signs. So it's at least free for today, as far as I know.
Which is what I care about. So,
but it's one of those deals where it's the street parking is not going to be free. And even for just coming to something like Tech Alley, I think it's going to end up costing like $25 for the day just to park down here.
Yeah, it'll depend. I think we're gonna have to start figuring some stuff out on how we're gonna do stuff. So at least from bringing gear in for the live stream, but for the rest of you who are not bringing a bunch of gear down here, Tech Alley has created a partnership with They, and what they're doing is they've got a $10 off for 3 trips promo code. The promo code is Tech Alley, all one word. So it is a driverless delivery, I guess it is. So is that what it is?
They'll drive the car to you.
Yep.
And then you rent the car for
however long it takes you to come down here.
Yep. And then you turn it off, and then the car
drives away, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't
super weird.
It doesn't drive by itself while you're in the car. You drive the car, but the car comes to you without a driver.
Yep.
And it leaves you without a driver.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. So they're relatively new in town here. I honestly think they are just starting their service here.
I think so. Yeah.
So, but yeah, if I understand the promotion right, it is $10 off 3 times trips with the promo code Tech Alley.
Yeah.
So it should take you a trip down and a trip back. So there's 2.
Yeah.
And then maybe you get a third. So
yeah.
But anyway, yes, that's something. So if parking is paying for parking is an issue for you, Tech Alley, there's a potential solution there.
Yeah.
And then there's all the other solutions that you might have. So
Uber, ask your mom, ask your brother,
The bus.
catch a ride, take a bus. Nobody wants to take the bus. I'm just kidding.
Sorry, RTC. Dave said it, not me.
The funny driverless cars thing. It's hilarious because I think it furthers the prediction. And I'm gonna talk more about this in 2026 for sure. But I think everything that's happened in this community, it's literally like 3 HBO shows coming to life at once.
Yep.
You've got Entourage, Silicon Valley, and Ballers, like all happening here just in real time. But lots of cool things for Vegas for sure.
Yeah, into it. So,
did you have a hot list of people that were coming to speak today?
So the challenge with the first round is everybody likes to go to Kurt's talk.
Thing, yeah.
So, and when people do come down to Tech Alley, especially they come down to Tech Alley for the first time, they usually go to the first round of talks. So you and I end up, for the most part, filling a lot of time, talking about what's going on in this first round of talks, and then we, sometimes somebody comes out of a talk and we get to talk to them. But we do have a couple of people who said they want to talk, but we'll probably see them at lunch, I would guess.
Yeah.
Because some of them are first timers. And I know when I first started coming to Tech Alley, I really wanted to see as much of the talks as I could. So,
yeah, I agree. Yeah, there's definitely, it always starts right out of the gate with some good ones too.
Yeah. The real crowd pleasers are usually the morning and then a couple of them right after lunch. But yeah, it's what I always find great about Tech Alley is the mix of stuff that we have for the meetups.
Yeah.
So we have the very business side of things with Kurt Walker, with Who's Got My Money.
Yep.
We've got things right, and it spans from the business side purely through like what Rachel Gomez is doing with like innovation and business and how UNLV is involved in promoting those kinds of things.
Yeah.
The stuff Josh Stacy does with Demo Time, where people come and demo their stuff and you kind of see what's going on, and you don't need to be in the technical weeds to appreciate that talk. All the way to where we have the Python meetups and the Sin City programmers,
where you get
and
really deep into the tech.
Where you get really deep into the tech. So I love that mix at Tech Alley that we've got. There's something for everyone there, and there's no need to be, if you're not a highly technical person but you're interested, there's no need to be scared about coming down. Everyone's really welcoming. Everybody really wants to help people understand this is what it's all about. So even though there is some very technical stuff here, go ahead and pop into it. If you're curious about Python, you're thinking about programming and you want to learn about Python, pop into that talk, check it out. They're very welcoming at all the talks, and the whole idea is for people to learn and understand and grow together in the tech community here.
That's true. There it is.
So
who should we get?
I don't know. There's literally like no one around, which is very rare.
Ghost town. Yeah, that is weird.
Tell you what. So let's take a little break.
Cool.
I think I'm gonna try to get a cup of coffee.
Yeah, let's do it.
So
I'm gonna go.
So we're gonna take a break. Yeah, there's nobody watching right now. So if you I feel like we should hang up a gone fishing sign or something, but what I'm going to do is going to put something in the comments and go, taking a quick break.
I'm going to go grab some footage at the,
Okay. All right, cool. We'll be back. All right. So, taking a quick break. We will be back. Thank you for watching. If you've been watching, so sit tight. If I don't know why I'm saying this. If someone pops in and is watching after I say this, they're not going to see it. But we will be right back. All right. Well, Dave is off getting some video of what's happening in the talks down here at Tech Alley. Let me while we are just kind of chilling here, waiting to have bring somebody on to interview them and see what their impressions of Tech Alley are and what they have going on. Let me go through the rundown of what's happening today. So if you didn't hear it earlier, Tech Alley is in Las Vegas. It's our monthly meetup group or meetup of lots of different groups that happens the third Saturday of every month here in downtown Las Vegas. We are centered around Taverna Costera. They are the amazing sponsors who sponsor lunch. Everyone who comes to Tech Alley and registers and signs in, they get a free lunch on Taverna Costera. It's always delicious. It's always some kind of Mediterranean fusion, sometimes with Hawaiian, sometimes with other things, but always a delicious lunch by the chef here at Taverna Costera. They provide that for everyone who attends. They provide coffee and water for everyone who's kind of hanging out and coming here for the day. We start at 10 a.m. We start at 10 a.m. for networking. Announcements are at 10:30. And then the first round of talks starts at 11 a.m. And the talks range from the very technical to the very entrepreneurial and business oriented and everywhere in between. So while we are hanging out here in a little bit of a lull, let me give you the rundown again of what is happening here at Tech Alley this month. So we are in the first round of meetups right now. We have right now happening in the theater is Kurt Walker, Who's Got My Money, and Kurt, who's an angel investor and investor in other kinds of investments. Basically shares his experience on how startup founders, business owners, anybody who's looking for capital can build what he calls their capital stack, what's called your capital stack. And that's more than just giving up equity in your company to giving up equity in your company to get cash to fund your company. He talks about all different kinds of ways. There are many ways you can get capital for your company, and Kurt will talk about that in Who's Got My Money. He always dives into a different thing each month, so that you, depending on your company, you may not have to give up equity in your company to get funding for your company. And then UNLV's Innovation Essentials, hosted by Rachel Gomez. They talk about what it takes to get to innovate, to create a company that innovates, and how to innovate technology. The Agile NV meetup with Will Wang. So if you are interested in Agile development, come on down for that. That's happening right now. Timothy May hosts the Las Vegas AI meetup. Timothy's been a fixture around Tech Alley for many years, since the beginning, and is hosting the AI meetup we have here now. So if you're interested in AI, Timothy's a great host for that meetup. And this month, he has a special guest speaker, best-selling author John Michael Thomas. And then I think that's it. I didn't see Caleb Green inside the cafe, so I don't know if that's happening today. But some months, Caleb Green, who's an attorney, comes in and talks about answers your legal questions about startups and technology and innovation. So, and then lunch will start, as I mentioned. Everyone who comes down and registers and signs into Tech Alley will get free lunch on Taverna Costera, which I don't think I mentioned is at the corner of Charleston and Main in downtown Las Vegas. So come on down and join us. Come on down and check out what's going on, and get a free lunch from Taverna Costera. Remember, you do have to sign in with the QR code and be registered for Tech Alley to get that lunch. You can't just pop in the line and be like, I'm here. So, but do that. That starts at 12:15 and that runs for about an hour. And then the second round of meetups starts at 1:15. And so our good friend Josh Stacy will host Demo Time starting at 1:15, which is where people come from all over town, and they show you what technology projects they're working on, what their new businesses are about. And they put it up on the screen, or they demonstrate it to everybody to get feedback and to show what they're capable of. So if you want to see some really cool folks and some really cool technology, some things people are working on, absolutely come on down and check out Demo Time at 1:15. Our good friend Victory, he's been on the stream here talking about what he's doing with his company Aero AI, and he hosts a drones meetup. So if you're interested in drones, both in the hardware, the technology of the drones and piloting drones, but also if you're interested in what you can do with drones from a business perspective or from a technology perspective, and how you can use drones to do various things, come on down and check out the drones meetup. And then Eric Lacasse, another really good friend of the show, hosts the AI search optimization meetup, better known as Google's Just Not That Into You Anymore, where Eric helps people understand how the how the internet and the search world is changing. So if you've got a small business, if you've got a tech startup, if you've got anything, and you're trying to get attention for it on the internet, you're trying to get people to find you on the internet, here are the new things you need to know now that AI is becoming so prevalent and people are using AI much more than they're using search, and how even the search engines are using AI, and you have to do things very, very differently today than you did even 6 months ago because of the way search is happening now and the internet is working. And if you want to get your business or your personal brand or whatever it is, your event, whatever it is you're doing, up in front of people on the internet. And then the Las Vegas Python meetup. Adam Englander hosts that. And if you are interested in Python or just learning programming in general, come check that out at 1:15. And then the third round of meetups starts up at 2:45. Josh Stacy's back with Sin City Programmers. That's a deeper, more technical, getting into the programming of things with Josh, and he's a perfect person to do that because he's been doing that for many, many years. Has built a lot of technologies, has built a lot of businesses, and knows how to do that and how to help you do that well. And then also at 2:45, we've got James Roop hosting the Blockchain Self-Custody Meetup. So if you're interested in blockchain in general, you're interested in crypto specifically, you're interested in self-custody, how to protect your money, how to protect your information using blockchain and self-custody, James Roop is the guy to come see at 2:45 in the Blockchain Self-Custody Meetup. And then at the same time, Maria Cristidi Noble, another good friend, who's I don't know if she's been on the stream, but we've talked to her. We've attended some of her events. The Amazon Web Services User Group Meetup is now happening at Tech Alley every month, and she's hosting that at 2:45 as well. And then, as we mentioned, I think earlier in the stream, Jackson Wright is back with his social marketing meetup, and today his guests are Kate Sibelrud and Anthony Bradley. So, if you have any questions, throw them in the comments. If you want to know more, we'll try to answer those as best you can. But really, the best thing you can do is if you're in Las Vegas, come on down to Tech Alley. Like I said, we're here every third Saturday of the month, but come on down, meet some of the great folks here, attend some of the talks, attend some of the meetups, get to know people. You ready to jump on? We're going to bring on a guest here right now. So, but good. We got the rundown done a couple times. You know what it is. And okay. Okay, great. Bring him by. We're ready.
Okay. Blake, you ready to go on the air?
All right.
You're going to promote your phone case? Yes. Okay. And we'll set up.
All right. Come on, have a seat.
This week, I want to set up, you do remote interviews.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have $12.
Okay. Great.
How's it going?
Good. How are you? I'm Jason.
Good. Hi, Jason.
So your name is Khalik?
Khalik. Yep.
Khalik. Are you from Vegas?
I'm from Southern California.
How long have you been in Vegas?
I've been in Vegas 3 or
Here, I'm
4
gonna pull
years
you a little
now.
closer to me.
3 or 4 years now.
I'm gonna get you a little, get you a little
Yeah.
more on the screen here.
How's it
3 or
going?
4 years now. So,
Yes. Going in
what brought
4
you to
years.
Vegas?
I was living in North Hollywood, which I love. That's like home for me. And then I went to Brooklyn, New York, and really I was doing a lot. I was juggling a lot, and I felt like Vegas was a place to kind of get away from all of the craziness of New York and Los Angeles, and just get a bigger space, basically to do studio digital stuff.
Okay.
And that
What kind
was
of
really-
what kind of stuff do you do?
So I was at the time I was full-time musician, but my everyday service for the last like 16 years has been creating media for people in different formats, whether it's doing photography, shooting weddings, to like shooting music videos, ads, advertising videos, and design work as well. So like logos, flyers, animation, graphics, special effects, all digital media stuff. So I wanted to come to Vegas to have a big studio, big green room studio, and do
Yeah.
all these like crazy videos, whatever ideas that people could think of.
Mm-hmm.
And so that brought me out here, and doing
And
my
are you
music.
you're still doing all that kind of stuff now?
Yeah, I'm I'm traveling a lot more
Yeah.
than I thought, but I'm definitely out here, creating.
What
every
are
day.
you traveling for? What's all the? Is it all for media creation stuff
Yes.
for folks?
So I'm working with a gentleman by the name of Todd Alt right now, and he's doing a reality show around. We went around the globe twice on his plane, doing basically conferences at different crypto spaces
Okay.
at places like Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
We went to like Sri Lanka and Greece, and I stopped at a lot of different places to really just open up the conversations
Mhm.
about crypto and what's possible outside the U.S.
Mhm.
And so I got to go and film all of it, all the craziness of it, and basically putting a reality show episode together for that.
That's
So
fantastic. Where can is that out? Can people see that
it's
now?
not out yet. It's
When
not out
when are
yet.
people going to be able to see that?
I want to say we'll have the teaser going into January. So
Okay,
we'll
great.
have the teaser next month, and then from there, the episode should drop within, I don't know, maybe 2 months, 3 months.
Fantastic. So
Like that.
that's exciting. So,
Yeah, a lot of creating in videos, and I'm also in the AI space, also in the crypto space.
mhm.
So
you kind of almost, if you're going to do media, you kind of almost need to be, right?
yeah,
Because you
kinda
need to
hard
be in
to-
the AI space, because even besides just creating graphics and like so much, you can save yourself so much time creating outlines, creating, just optimizing and
Yes.
streamlining the work of
Yes.
doing a production.
That's
And
that's a big point. That's exactly, I mean, the argument, people think it's just something that's gonna take their job and it's brainless.
Yep.
And oh no, don't use it because I could think for myself, and it's not really there to replace
Yep.
you. It's there to optimize, like you said, save time, and really just help in small ways of like tedious things. Like there's things that we don't have to do that aren't creative, but they're tedious and necessary for the work of art.
It's great. It's great. And then the blockchain stuff, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we all need to start understanding how to secure our information, how to between blockchain and self custody and all those other things. It's kind of especially in media. There's almost no way around starting to understand these other technologies. Now you're going to need to incorporate them, because there's no way you're going to be able to work with anybody else if you don't.
Mm-hmm. And technology doesn't care about your business or your feelings.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's here, and then people love convenience and things that optimize
Yeah.
and save them time. 'Cause time's valuable. So
I'll tell you, I don't
Yeah.
think I've done a first draft of a script or a post or anything
Mhm.
like that on my own, unless it
Yeah.
was something super quick, right?
mhm.
First drafts always with some kind of AI platform,
Yeah.
and then the real work begins of, okay, now we have to turn this into something compelling. But
Yeah.
you can get 70 to 80% of the work done, and then yes, it takes a good long time to really refine it, but I don't have the good long time before that
Yes.
getting to the 80% point.
Man, just to think, like, we had to go to libraries to get real information. That was our main source, and then maybe the people we knew in our resource, our network. But then the internet, and now we had Google for the longest, and now people
Mhm.
are moving to AI, and it's like it's kind of hard to ignore.
What are the AI platforms you're using? What do you like to use?
Right now I'm using quite a few because I do a lot of AI video generation, and so I use definitely like, I use all of them. Mid Journey. I
Okay.
used to use Runway a
Mhm.
lot. I use Chat, different things. Chat is really good with text.
Yep.
And Mid Journey is good with style.
Mm-hmm.
Google Veo's really good with audio. Veo 3. It's
Okay.
really good with the audio and video as well. And Flux for like different character stuff. But it's a combination of all of them now,
Mhm.
and I'm realizing the power of that, because you get to try different ones and see how well they work against
Yeah.
each other. I use Claude for my calendar.
Yep.
It's the only thing that works when I say, hey, add this to my calendar for Friday. Claude is the best one for that.
All right.
Chat
Well,
can't do it.
kudos to Claude and everybody
to
else. Pay
Claude.
attention. So
So I mean, yeah, just little stuff like that just tremendously, infinitely helps your process. You usually have to write the time down, and
mhm.
now I can just say, hey, at this time, we're doing this. Put it on my calendar.
Great.
and
Good to
then
know.
just boom. throw it
Good to
on there.
know. That's awesome. Are you working on any other projects besides the reality show right now?
Yes, my own personal project, which I brought here with us, is I'm doing phone case prints.
Okay.
So I'm basically taking whatever usually like these
Go ahead.
clear ones.
Hold that right up here.
I'll do
we'll
the
hold that.
clear. Yeah, you can
We'll hold it right up real close. You go ahead and talk, and I'll hold it close,
So
because nobody needs to see me.
I don't know if the focus is on it, But basically, I'm doing prints on the phone cases where you can even put like your QR code or your business. So kind of like give people an introduction of your business, almost like a business card
Mhm.
that's on your phone, and then they can scan it, go directly there,
Mhm.
or it can lead to like a link tree or your contacts or whatever you want it to be. I had the idea because usually with iPhones you can already like tap the top
Yep.
of it
Mhm.
and change and exchange, and that's cool. But there's Android users, there's all different types of phones, and the QR code is something
Well,
I've been
and
a fan
and
of for a long time.
sometimes, not often, but sometimes I really want someone to have my information,
Yeah.
but I don't necessarily want their information, right?
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and that's great for that, right? If there's a QR code on your phone case, people can scan it, and we don't have to do the tap, and then we don't I don't have to add you to my contacts, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a little bit of a different process, but everyone has their own like I don't think think about this enough, but like when you get a business card, what do? You maybe put it in your pocket, you take it home. Maybe there's a
Mhm.
place you have where you put
Mhm.
all your business cards. It's the same way if you're gonna, take a bookmark link or your contact, even when you get someone's contact. So it's just different ways to process, you know, um, networking,
Mhm.
and it's just a way where you don't have to keep buying business cards. You just do it one time,
Yep.
and it's like always with you.
So how does this work? Do they order the case and then tell you what they want printed? Do they give you the case and you print on it? How does it work from soup to nuts? How do we get
Yeah.
started with you all the way up to when I have a case in my hand?
Okay, so there's two ways. Number one is in person, which I'm just starting a vendor. So in person in Las Vegas, I'll be at Tech Alley, and then I'll probably be at a Fantastic Swap Meet a little bit.
Okay.
But if you come up and you have a phone case, now I can't do silicone, but pretty much any other phone type, like leather, plastic, I can print on. And if you bring your photo or whatever you want printed, your business card,
Mhm.
I can pretty much, I'm a designer of
Mhm.
10 plus years. So I work Illustrator, Photoshop,
Yep.
and use AI to do pretty much anything you want to do and put it on your phone case.
Yep. So my case isn't good because it's got all this texture on it, right? But
yeah,
but
like
I could take a better case than this,
yeah, and I'll
walk
have,
right up to your booth and say, these are the things I want on the back of my phone.
Yes, that was if you want it completely custom. Now
Yep.
I do have my own phone cases. I usually do the black, clear, and white, so
Mhm.
you can pick from those three and then put whatever on them. Eventually, I have color, but I'll have those in person as well as on my website at codecases.com.
Okay.
And that you can go and customize whatever you want on the website. So you can upload the picture, see what it looks like on your phone, and then order it straight from there. So
Fantastic.
it's still new though, like it's not finished yet, so it's still
Well-
under construction.
Look, here's the deal. We've got a very tech forward crowd here at Tech Alley and watching. So our crowd is tech forward. They understand
Yes.
this is the early stages, but they
Yes.
want to get in on the early stages of
Well,
what's going
yeah,
on. So
definitely
So,
could use the help. 'Cause
awesome. Are you on LinkedIn?
I'm on LinkedIn.
I'd love to connect with you on LinkedIn
Yeah,
so that
I'm
we
on
can if we use this clip somewhere, we can let you know, we can tag you and all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. So go ahead and put your info. Just type it in there, or I should have had you scan my QR code, but
There you go.
there we go. All right, Khalik Osborne, connect. Great. Yeah. So you got the phone cases cooking. You got this reality series cooking. What
Yeah,
else?
a lot of stuff.
And you're gonna be here at Tech Alley today doing this,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
So
I'm-
so another reason for you folks, if you're looking for something to do today, if you'd like to get something printed on your phone case, come on. If you're in Las Vegas, come on down to Tech Alley and get your business card, your QR codes, your cool personal branding or your cool business branding printed right on your phone case.
Yeah, it could even be a family portrait. I know the Christmas next week.
Christmas is coming.
So
Christmas
great-
is coming.
great-
It's coming
great
up
gift.
fast. So if you're like me and you haven't done any shopping, Tech Alley might be the answer for you today.
Right.
All
Thank you
right.
so much.
Anything else you want to
Appreciate
share with us before we let you go?
it. I just want to shout out to all the creators because I know it's not easy to create in this day of age, but I want to say continue, don't stop learning, and it's better to learn than to just ignore it completely.
And where can people find you if they're interested in working with you on media stuff?
If you want to find any access to all the stuff that I've been doing as far as creative service, you can go to KO's Workshop. So it's KAYOS Workshop, KOsWorkshop.com. And you'll see all of my photography, design, video work, et cetera.
It sounds like it's keeping you busy, but if you got a project you like to work with Khalik on, that's where to go to meet him. So,
Where it's at.
or come down here to Tech Alley today.
That's true. Come down to Tech Alley. Yeah.
All right. Well, Khalik, thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you.
It was great to
Appreciate
meet you. We'll
Right.
we'll definitely reach out and be in touch with you.
Yes. Sounds good. Thank you.
Can't wait to
again.
hear more about what's going on with that reality series you're working on. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be exciting.
A lot of stuff going
Eric Lacasse, get in this seat. Oh, just doing our monthly Tech Alley thing. Couple of days out from Christmas, we're doing our Tech Alley thing. So
All right.
here, scoot in a little towards me so we get you in frame. There you go.
All right.
That's better. So
It's
what's
been a
going on?
while.
We haven't had you on in a
No.
while, and I know you have
At
been
least
you have
3
been
months.
not only have you been busy just keeping up on everything going on in
Oh, yeah.
and I hesitate to even call it search anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's not, because we can't even call it that anymore. But I mean, things have been evolving so rapidly. You have had to keep evolving like what you are calling your talk here at Tech Alley every
Yeah,
month. So
it's changed every month because, everything has evolved. And if we're gonna go right into what I'm talking about today, it's about it's a new metric that
So before we go into what
Yeah.
you're going to talk about today, I do want to get to that.
Right.
Because I want people to come down and see what you're talking about today. What has evolved? Because it is, I think you were last on this stream maybe 3 months ago, 2
Right.
months ago, 3 months ago. I forget how long ago it was. It wasn't that long ago. And it's once again, all different,
yeah.
all different. So,
So-
what's changed since the last time we talked to you on this stream?
Well, the big thing is JavaScript in websites. What we have found out in the industry is that HTML is the only thing that is indexed from AI. AI only cares about the root H1s, H2s, H3s, linking, things like that.
Yep.
So videos, animations, all that is ignored. But we know why now. So
Mhm.
whenever we look at a website and we publish it, a LLM bot within a couple hours now back when we were first
Mhm.
starting, it was a month, it was a couple weeks for a
Not,
bot
not-
to come
not
find.
back when we were first starting, 6 months ago.
Yeah. So now it's down to a couple hours that a bot is going to find the changes and index it.
Yep.
So when you have
I mean, when we first started, we were talking about we got to give it like 30 days or 60
Yeah,
days,
yeah.
right?
Now it's a couple hours. So what happens is if you have JavaScript, if you have all these animations, it's not that it's not going to get indexed, it just has to come back to do it, right? So now we have this idea of cannibalization now. So it's going to go through and find all the H1s. If it has to come back and go through the JavaScript, there is a very strong possibility that whatever you say in that JavaScript may cannibalize the rest of the structure of
Mhm.
your website. Now you are in trouble because now you've confused what your website does. So in my last few lectures, I say, look, download disable JavaScript. It's a little icon that you put in the top of your web browser, click it and go to your website. That is what LLMs are seeing. Everything else, you gotta streamline this stuff.
Okay,
AI
so-
only cares about the old.
So, video banners.
Yep.
Out.
Yep.
Videos on your homepage.
Yep.
Out.
Galleries out.
Out.
Everything that's got an animation rollover, got to get rid of it.
Out.
Out.
What else is out?
That's pretty much it because everything
Okay.
else is either CSS, so the cascading style
Mhm.
sheets, or H1s.
So,
Those are still
now
good.
that we know what's out, what's in?
Simplicity.
Okay.
You want to have a website that is literally the H1 for the beginning of your website should be the most research statement as to what your business provides, right? So there's another acronym like we talked about,
Mhm.
EAT. Now we have YMYL, your money, your life. What is it that someone gets when they give you $1? Where is that on your website? As plain English as you can make it, because that's what AI is looking to index.
Mhm.
What is this business doing that is different than everyone else?
Mhm.
That's what is rewarding, right? So the sooner you can get that on there, then you can establish EEAT after you have established YMYL,
Mhm.
right? So those two big developments are huge.
Because when we were talking about EAT, that was the number one
Yep,
thing, right? So
yep.
now EAT is not EAT is not out.
Nope.
EAT is still in, but it's comes after Your Money, Your Life.
Right. And again, if we think about what AI is trying to reward, it's rewarding the best content, period. Whatever is out there, it's already indexed it. It already knows what people are responding to. So don't make it harder on yourself by making a very complex, heavy copy website. What is it that someone gets?
Mhm.
And then on the other side of that, who agrees with you?
Mhm.
Who has said, yes, this is what I got when I gave this business $1? That establishes expertise, authoritativeness, trust. So everything is coming from the old school with all these nice little easy to understand layers
Mhm.
before. So this is the next level of what search is going to be, is how you talk to a human. Don't try to beat AI. You're not going to beat it. There's nothing to beat. It's only responding to those that have earned it, right? So those two big things, you know, there was a landmark case study 2 weeks ago that came out. It was this very well-respected, deep research industry organization, and they came out with a case study on 200,000 websites and 100,000 PPC campaigns. And it was done from the last 6 months, from March to probably around Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
And they have concluded that every PPC campaign has dropped 49% in overall conversions because people are getting their answers from AI.
Okay. So for those of you who are uninitiated, PPC is pay per click, right?
Yep.
That's your Google ads.
Google ads.
Right?
Yep. Yep.
So down, traffic down,
Yep.
50%.
Across the board.
Across the board for pay per click campaigns.
Yep. So again, it's something that a business website owner needs to seriously think about. If you've been told to do PPC, paid ads, well, now we're seeing the changing of the guard. We're seeing this AI on the horizon. And do you really want to spend money on getting on the top 2-3 blue links on the old SERP, or invest it in building content? Invest in a photographer, invest in a social media manager, invest in something that organically grows what you do, as opposed to renting it, because AI cannot be rented. You can't rent an AI mention, period. That ain't going to change. So there has to be a very deep discussion between two same businesses, different owners, same industry. What is one going to do that the other won't? How far do you want to go? You know, so
Yep.
It's a very interesting time. I think a lot of the big marketing firms throughout the country are in big trouble because they relied so heavily on.
Well, they just push people to PPC so
Exactly.
much, right?
Right.
Because it was working.
It was.
Right. So, and I do want to dig into that a little bit, because when I go to Google, because I still use Google sometimes, I still actually use Google a lot. I don't go ask AI or an LLM unless I'm doing like research, right?
Right.
And I don't want to go look at 17 websites. That's kind of where I typically go to an LLM is do some research for me, because now they're capable of that, right? So I still use Google a lot for I know what I'm looking for, kind of. I'm not doing research, right? I'm looking for a quick thing. And I see on Google, we get our AI summary. And that often comes with a bunch of links in that.
Yep.
And then, but below that, I do see, if you scroll down to the links, you still see a couple sponsored links on top of that. So how does all this play together, knowing that this is what I see when I go do stuff? What do I need to be thinking about for my business? Understanding that, how does Google present what you just talked about, or how does search engine, because they're all starting to do the same thing now.
They are.
How is it getting presented to the people I'm trying to reach?
So when you talk about that paragraph at the very top, that's the AI overviews. That's been around longer than the commercial AI LLMs that we're used to now.
Right.
That's been around for 7-8 months. That was Google's attempt to see if what their AI algorithms can actually answer for search intent,
Mhm.
right? And it's done very well. It's almost 80% done.
Mhm.
There are very few inquiries that it doesn't actually give an AI overview
Mhm.
for. And it took less than 5 months for them to do that. It was expected to be at least a year,
Yep.
but they did it in half the time, which I'm not surprised. So what Google really wants to do, and at least in the transition from the blue links to having it all integrated with AI mode,
Mhm.
is that they want to have a one-stop, one answer, regardless of whoever's paid
Mhm.
for it, right? Google's going to figure out how to integrate ads into AI mode shortly, probably within the next 6 months of next year. But we don't know. And the SEO, the optimization field has no idea how they're going to do this because they're
Because they're not giving up that PPC revenue.
they're not going to give up that revenue, but they have to figure out something else. And that's when the week after last Tech Alley, OpenAI said they were going to come up with their PPC. They were going to come up with their ad
Yep.
campaigns, and then they squashed it because I don't even know how you would do it. Let's look at this. Let's look at it from a psychology perspective. If you're paying $1,000 a month for your business to be appearing on OpenAI, how is it integrated? Is it a link, or is AI going to start persuading you in the answers for this business? It has to be one or the other, right? It's either a column to the left of the response,
Mhm.
or it's a persuasion,
Okay.
right? So whoever comes out of the cave with like, this is our PPC, this is how we're going to build the algorithm around ads, and this is what you're going to get when you give us your dollar, everyone else will fall in line, but someone has to come out of the cave first.
And so it sounds like we know how it's being displayed to consumers today. And right now, if you are doing the best on the AI, reading and indexing your site, you're going to show up in that AI overview,
Yeah,
that AI
and-
summary, right? Whether you've paid or not.
Right.
Now, in the next couple of months, that will probably change again.
It's going to change again. And again, at the end of the day, it really it depends on how they're going to write the campaigns and PPC for an
Mhm.
individual. But at the end of the day, if you organically own it, just like the way it was years ago, if you have attained first position, first rank for your keywords, it doesn't go away unless you stop caring about it. This is the same thing with AI, right? But it takes a lot more work than just waiting for your page to be on position number one.
Mhm.
And we have to stop talking about rankings, pages, keywords, traffic. Those days are over. We've got 3 years
Mhm.
to live in that fantasy world of the old blue links before it's gone.
Mhm.
And if you haven't prepared, and if you haven't thought about what it is that you're providing people, you're not going to get mentioned, and you're
Okay.
going to be completely passed over.
So we're off all that stuff. We're on to
Right.
Your Money, Your Life, and EEAT.
Yeah, and it's I wouldn't want to present on things that are currently going on because people still believe in the current metrics because it's still there.
Well, and business owners have a very real situation of until the new thing comes, they've still got 2 or 3 months of trying to bring in business and generate revenue, right?
Right.
So
And if they start building now, because now it's the old west, anyone that can build content around how they provide a customer their service or their product, doing that now in a consistency element,
Mhm.
they are going to be at the top of the hill once
Mhm.
that integration happens because they've earned it right now. So it's not like a wait 2-3 years for things to change. You can change it today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And get yourself in a better position for tomorrow because that day is coming and it is going to be coming quicker than we think. And people are going to be scratching their heads and being like, well, I used to have 100 people visiting my website a
Mhm.
month and now it's down to 2.
Mhm.
Okay. When was the last time you changed your website?
Right.
When was the last time you got that JavaScript out of there? You know what I mean? So it's all these little things that compound with business interest over time.
Yep.
But you got to invest today.
So
it has to happen today.
So it sounds like the most important thing is telling a very brief story of what do people get when they give me $1.
Yep.
Having is it testimonials of people
Everything.
who are saying this is what I got when I
Yep.
gave him $1?
Yep.
And then we've talked a lot in the past about for EEAT things like blogs. How does that fit in today?
Blogs are still very important as long as there's a concerted effort for linking outside of the blog.
Okay.
To references, sightings, all these things that give it more of a research paper feel, right? The other hidden thing that people are missing out on is easily downloadable elements, a checklist, a self-assessment, something that you can give a person for free to download to give them a quiz. People respond to quizzes so easily because they want to know, hey, am I even qualified to continue talking to this business? And it's one of the great psychological advantages you can have because you're giving them an opportunity to see if they even qualify themselves. A checklist, infographics, all these little things that are PDFs that you can download. And again, let's look at it from a business standpoint. People might be searching for a quiz as to whether or not they need leadership development or AI.
Everybody loves to be categorized.
Exactly.
Everyone loves to know what Hogwarts house they're in.
Exactly. So again, using the psychology of humans for your own benefit to say, I have a quiz that will tell you where you're at and blah, 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 blah. You've created it. Now people are searching for it. And now they come to you because you created this and you have resonance with it. That's the new era of gathering leads and, more importantly, creating a community around your business. That's the new AI is rewarding that 20-fold today.
So those are things that we were doing previously that are sticking around. So blogs and self-assessments, categorization, qualification, and little downloads like checklists, infographics, that kind of stuff. That's all still good, and honestly, even better. It sounds like as long as it's presented in a format that the AI understands when it sees it.
Yep, and AI is going to reward because you have put this into a category outside of the traditional website. It becomes its own entity. People would be searching directly for it, and then AI will reward, hey, Jason LeDuc has this assessment, this quiz. Do you want to go take a look at it? Boom. You didn't have to make a post about it.
Nope.
You didn't have to blog about it. You didn't have to make a video about it. Someone organically on AI was searching for a quiz, and you happen to have one.
Yep.
That right there is so far ahead of what the old SEOs were trying to do to get 1,000 visits and 10,000 clicks and all this crap. Now you can create something that is yours and it becomes a digital asset.
Well, where the work happens has shifted.
Exactly.
Right. To do SEOs had to do that work, right? Now the AIs are doing that work. So in some ways it's great because they've taken the burden off of all of us to do that work, but now we need to present it properly for the AIs to see it.
Right. And you have to be outside, you have to look outside the box. It could be an assessment, but it could also be with you working with or talking to another business that works in the same audience you're trying to reach. That is a partnership. And if you cross content together, hey, I've been working with this business, we're trying to get these people to come together, we want to target this type of audience. That is not just one person working with it. Now you have two people. AI is starving for these things because it wants to reward the best. And if you're willing to go out and work with other businesses, other partnerships, and you can make a content schedule around that, testimonials, videos, you can blog, you can guest blog on their website, they blog on yours. Now you're starting to see that AI is more of a web than just a run to the top of the hill. It's a web now, and the ones that actually know how to weave it with other continual parts, they're going to dominate. They're going to be so far ahead of everyone else. And it isn't going to slow down because this stuff grows evergreen. It compounds itself over time because it gets stronger and stronger and stronger. So that's the fundamental shift. That's the one thing that the SEOs of the past wanted to see happen. We wanted to see if that actually works. Now you don't have a choice. It's here.
Careful what you wish for.
Exactly. And it's fun because it's psychological now. You know, it's not analog.
It's more how people really interact with each other.
Right. And that's what AI is looking to do. It's an incredible system of finding the best responses because it's looking on behalf of the user, as opposed to just giving you 20 links and you figuring it out yourself. Those days
Yeah.
are over.
That absolutely. So that's the big broad brushstrokes of what's happened in the last literally like 2 months.
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
It's
How
crazy.
fast this is moving. Specifically, what's your talk going to be about today?
So it's going to be about share of search. It's a new metrics that looks at what a collective whole keyword, if you want to call it keyword, but an industry, and what the share of an individual business is, right? So it's search of share. This is what the new, I guess you would call ranking, is based upon.
Okay.
It's the new idea of how much of that pie do you actually have.
When someone looks for tech events in Las Vegas,
Right.
How many out of 100%? How many times does it serve up Tech Alley when
Yep.
someone's looking for tech events in Las Vegas? Right.
And that would give you a percentage, which would give you a slice of the pie.
Mhm.
And again, if we're going down that if we're going down Tech Alley, right? What is it that Tech Alley is creating content that increases the amount of the pie, right? Because doing nothing, you just have your set pie amount, right? Whatever percentage that is. But the more that you add, the more that you bring in other links to the website and linking out to other events, that increases that pie, right? We've never had that before. This is a new metrics because
It's market share.
Right. It's market share on just specifically what AI is actually indexed, right? So again, if you want to get a better part of the share, looking at the website first, looking at the load speed, looking at the JavaScript, looking at the content links, looking at all the presenters, do they have links that go to Tech Alley, and does Tech Alley have links that go to them, right? So we're looking at a completely different, and again,
We're gonna have to clip this and show this to Josh.
the way I say it, the way I'll say this now, for the years that we've worked together, SEO in the past was a car mechanic. You had an issue with an alternator. I bring it into my shop, pull it up, pull out the alternator, put it in, get you on the road.
Yep.
It's not that case. It's chemistry. As I'm explaining to everyone here, there is so much more to this.
It's more than just, because backlinks were always important. We always talked about backlinks, and backlinks are still important.
Very important.
But more important than backlinks is not just that a website is linking to your website, that website is saying something positive about you in the space you want it said.
Yep.
So that the AI robots see, oh, there's a real relationship
Exactly.
here between these two. Like, it sounds like what I need to be doing with my website. I wish someone was here to take notes of what I should be doing with my website. Is we should be having the Tech Alley website talk about the great things we do here for them, and we should be talking about the great things that we love doing with Tech Alley.
Exactly. It's symbiotic at this point, and AI is rewarding those that actually make a consistent, concerted effort with content. It doesn't mean that if you failed right now because you haven't done it. That's the beauty of what's going on. This changes hourly. It's not weekly. It's not monthly anymore. This changes by the hour. So building, restructuring, being comfortable with going into your website and changing copy, being comfortable with trying a different post that enables a different question for someone that wants to know the answer to come to your website to make a decision. That's all that this is. This is all what optimization is about right now.
So in some ways, this is actually easier for someone like me who's involved in a lot of different things and involved in doing a lot of really cool things with a lot of really cool people.
Yep.
Because now, instead of these are the services we offer, we can do something on my website that's like, one of the things I really love to do is host this live stream on Tech Alley, and this is what Tech Alley is. This is how you can reach Tech Alley, et cetera, et cetera. And these are some of the great people we've had on the live stream, and link to them, et cetera, et cetera. And then go ask them, hey, can you do something similar and link to us? And now, as soon as that goes up within hours, an LLM somewhere, an AI somewhere says, oh, something's changed on these. Let's look at these. Oh, there's a real relationship here between these two groups, between these two people, between these two organizations, right? And it's not just, they're not just like referencing each other, because we understand what the words actually mean. we understand they're actually doing something together.
Right. And the thing to also keep in mind is it's kind of like a memory synopsis, right? When you do it the first time, it just creates the link. But in order for it to be reinforceable, it has to become reinforceable, right? Who else has been a part of this? Where can it spiderweb? And then what are the linking protocols between those two entities, right? It could just be a link on their website or a link in a blog, but it also could be that plus a video testimonial
Right.
with the link below that, or a LinkedIn post, or it could be an Instagram post. Now you're taking that one little synopsis and you're spider webbing it into different areas. That's what AI is rewarding. It is not just rewarding, I just said the most incredible sentence of all of humanity. Now AI is going to find me. No, it's not working like that. It has to be reinforced, and people have to believe it, and people have to say, yep, he's right, or that business is right. That's what they said. I agree with it. This is why I agree with it.
Okay.
Yeah. Fascinating stuff.
Any other highlights from your talk? Any other reasons people should come down? Because you are coming up very rapidly at 1:15 in about an hour, right?
Yep.
So what else is going on?
It's that's the main topic. A lot of things I've had to rearrange in my presentation from the old search intent, because search intent is kind
Gone.
of it's gone.
Out. Search intent out.
Yep. No more informational, navigational, transactional, and commercial.
Out.
EAT is in the dugout.
Still in, but not as important.
YMYL is on deck. Everyone needs to understand what that is, and the ones that understand and how to use it, you will be ahead of the curve, especially here in Vegas. Oh my goodness. Knowing how to sell what you sell and what that person gets from giving you $1.
It's
way
a
ahead of
very
everyone else.
different way of thinking about marketing than we have been taught to think about over the last 8 to 10 years.
Yeah, and it's the optimization field is not necessarily straight engineering. It's more psychology than anything else.
All right, which is a very positive change, I think, and it changes a lot of what we need to work on my website. But
Exactly.
we're in a, just with all the things that are changing otherwise, we're in a really good position to start doing this now. So.
Oh, absolutely. And any business out there that is frustrated, the frustration is curable by just looking at using the computer, using AI to direct your own business to the person, to a human, because that AI is only going to reward the ones that know how to interact with people better than anyone else.
All right.
That's just it.
Okay. So you're giving your talk today, 1:15, a little more than an hour from now. If
Yep.
you're in Las Vegas, come on down. We are centered around Taverna Costera at the corner of Charleston and Main. You are over in the Art Square building.
Yes.
Do you know what room you're in?
150.
150. So come on down to Tech Alley if you want to hear more from Eric. And when you get here, it should, if you're coming down for 1:15, there will be people around who can direct you in the right direction. Just basically get yourself to Taverna Costera at the corner of Charleston and Main. We'll help you get where you need to go.
Exactly.
For folks who are not in Vegas or can't make it down here today, how else can they reach you?
You can come to my website, SEO Expert Las Vegas, or my YouTube, AI SEO Expert Las Vegas. I'm always
Soon to be changing, as all of these things are changing.
Yeah, everything's changing. It's all part of trying to find that right puzzle piece. But yeah, always available. And also, I started a Discord, so I have my own personal Discord server.
Oh, well, that is a very fancy techie
Yes.
thing. Like serious people start a Discord.
Yep. So I can start putting in my slides. I can start answering people's questions. Not to say anything, but we get a lot of business cards, and then, especially next week, it's going to be put into a corner because
Yep.
it's the holidays.
Nope, if people give me business cards, they go on my desk, and I got to do it within 24 hours or I'll never do it.
Right.
So
So at least with the Discord, they can be there and ask questions whenever they want.
Yep.
That's the beauty of Discord. I can come in, see, hey, this person's asked about, what's the most optimized H1 for this industry? Okay, cool. I can help you out with that.
Yep.
So that's a big thing that I wanted to try, because it's just a better community for me to build, as opposed to, email lists and all that.
yeah, no, Discord is great.
Yeah.
So,
But that's pretty much it. And yeah, it's good to be here again. And it's kind of the last one for the year, but
It,
It's gonna be a
it,
big
it,
crowd.
it is the last one for the year. We are in December, and we will not be back till January. I don't know the date, but whatever the third Saturday in January is, we'll be back here. You'll be back here doing your talk.
Absolutely.
Everyone will be here doing their talks and networking, and we'll be here live streaming. So,
Absolutely. Yes.
So-
Absolutely.
all right.
All right.
Well, we'll see you. Go get yourself some lunch.
I will. Definitely.
And everyone come down and see Eric's talk at 1:15. And all right, I'm gonna do a little housekeeping here. I know lunch is getting ready to get started. So all right, take care of that. And okay, that's all good. Let me get this back open again. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to give you the rundown again as we're coming up to lunch here. And then we'll take a quick little break here. And then we'll come back and we'll probably give you the rundown again. And then we'll get as many folks on here as want to get on here during lunch and afterwards. And so we'll keep going. But let me give you the rundown. So I know we are wrapping these up. But I want to emphasize this because if you're interested in coming back down here to Tech Alley next month, these are the things that kind of go on in the first session. The first session talks always starts at 11 a.m. Tech Alley is the third Saturday of every month down here in downtown Las Vegas, centered around Taverna Costera. So if you're in Las Vegas, absolutely come on down if you're interested in tech and all the things we're going to talk about here in the rundown. But if you're not in Las Vegas and you're coming to Las Vegas and you're interested in these kinds of things, it'd be great if you came down, tried to plan your trip around the third Saturday of the month and came down to see us and visit us here at Tech Alley. So would love to have you here if you're coming from out of town and you're going to be able to be here on the third Saturday of the month. And of course, you can always watch what we're talking about on the live stream here. And if you're seeing this live stream on the Tech Alley channel, Tech Alley YouTube channel, you probably already know that all of the talks from all the months, going back at least several months, are on the Tech Alley YouTube channel. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, go check out the Tech Alley YouTube channel. You can see all of the talks that we've been talking about here. If you're missing them, if you can't come down for whatever reason, you're not in Vegas, you just couldn't make it, all of the talks are up on the Tech Alley YouTube channel. So go check that out, and you can get caught up on great talks like Eric's that if you were really interested in that and just couldn't make it, you go see what he's talking about. So just to give you an idea of what we're wrapping up right now, 11 a.m. was Who's Got My Money with Kurt Walker. So if you're looking to fund your business, whether that is through investment, loans, any other ways to build up your capital stack, Kurt does that for us every month. That's at 11 a.m. So again, these are the ones that are just wrapping up right now. Innovation Eventuals, hosted by UNLV. Rachel Gomez is wrapping up right now. The Agile NV meetup, hosted by Will Wang, is wrapping up right now. And then Timothy May's Las Vegas AI meetup is wrapping up right now. This month they had special guest and best-selling author John Michael Thomas. And then most months, I don't think he's here today, but most months, Caleb Green, who's an attorney, is here to answer your legal questions about startups and business and that kind of thing. So it is 12:11 right now. In 4 minutes at 12:15, lunch will be starting here at Taverna Costera. And I don't know if I've mentioned it in this go around, but Taverna Costera is they are the hosts of the networking. They provide the coffee, they provide the water, and they provide everyone who is registered for Tech Alley, comes in and registers and signs up officially. You get a free lunch on Taverna Costera. So I don't know what we're having today, but it's always delicious. So I think the lunch line is actually starting right now. So if you are in Las Vegas, you want to get in on this free lunch and then check out some of the talks here later today. You probably have about 30 to 45 minutes to get down here and grab some lunch. So we'd love to see you down here. We'd love it if you'd come and sit down with us on the live stream and tell us about all the cool things you have going on. But, you know, if you can't make it, we'll be here next month, third Saturday of the month, every month, downtown Las Vegas, centered around Taverna Costera. But lunch is starting right now, and that'll go till about 1:15, and that's when the second round of talks starts. In our second round of talks, we've got demo time with Josh Stacy. So come on down and see what some of the cool apps and other technology people are working on, and have them. They're going to demo them to the people here who show up and are in the group. And you're going to see some really cool things that are going on and get an opportunity to provide feedback. So hey, how are you doing? Good. And then so yeah, that's demo time with Josh Stacy. Victory will host the drones meetup. So if you are interested in drones, whether that is piloting drones, building drones, using drones for your business, how you can use drones for lots of other things, what are the things that drones are good at, come on down and check out Victory's drones meetup. What else have we got? Eric's talk. So we just it's hard to even call it AI search optimization anymore. But Eric's talk, we just had Eric on, and he'll do his talk at 1:15 as well. And then the Las Vegas Python meetup with Adam Englander is also at 1:15. And those go for about an hour to an hour and a half. And then the third round of meetups starts at 2:45. And so we will have Sin City Programmers, again, also with Josh Stacy. So if you're interested in programming, come on down and check that out. And then James Roop will do the blockchain self-custody. If you're interested in any aspects of blockchain, whether that's cryptocurrency or self-custody, protecting your money, protecting your information, come on down and talk to see James Roop's meetup at 2:45. Maria Cristidi Noble will be hosting the AWS User Group Las Vegas, which they used to have their own separate meetup, and now they do this with Tech Alley every month. And then Jackson Wright is back with his social marketing meetup. And his guest speakers today are Kate Sibelrud and Anthony Bradley. So that's what's happening coming up here. It's lunchtime. People are getting the lunch line right now. As I said, if you come down, you register for Tech Alley, and you are officially signed up, you can come down and get free lunch on Taverna Costera. So I'm going to take a real quick break here, and then we'll try to get some more people on to talk to you about what's going on here. And we'll see you in just a minute. All right, we are back. So,
Get on now
okay,
because I'm not really set up because I'm setting up a founders page.
okay,
I want to be able to have that set up
okay,
before I get on. With
okay.
you. But I
Well,
do want to get on with you next time.
yeah, we'll be back next month. So cool.
So that's
We're here every month. So
I got on now, I don't have anything to share.
That's okay. What's your name?
My name's Joe.
Joe. Jason.
Jason.
Nice to meet you.
Jason.
Yeah.
What's your podcast?
You can find this on the Jason LeDuc Leadership Consultants channel, and it's also on the Tech Alley YouTube channel.
Ellie.
Yep.
Subscribe.
All right, great. All right, so we're back. We had a nice little break here for a couple of minutes. So let me get back in. We'll hit the rundown again. We are coming to you live from Tech Alley in downtown Las Vegas. We are here every third Saturday of the month. In downtown Las Vegas, centered around Taverna Costera. Taverna Costera is the wonderful sponsor who provides all of the food. If you come down to Tech Alley and you're registered for Tech Alley, signed in, you get a free lunch on Taverna Costera. That's being served right now. And that'll be served. You probably got about half an hour to 45 minutes to come in and still get lunch. Let's see what else. So not only are we doing this live stream every month, but what we're doing this with is the Tech Alley event. So Tech Alley is the #1 premier tech meetup event in Las Vegas. As I said, it happens the third Saturday of every month, and we have people coming from all over town, all over the valley, all over Nevada, coming to see the great meetups we have here at Tech Alley. It's been running for a little more than 4 years now. I think this is 56, Tech Alley number 56. Does that sound right? I'm not sure. We'll try to get Josh on here, the founder of Tech Alley, Josh Levitt. We'll try to get him on here to talk about what number Tech Alley this is. But we have been doing this uninterrupted for a little more than 4 years, almost 4.5 years. Actually, might actually be 4.5 years to do Tech Alley. And you can come down and see a wide range of talks involving the tech community here, whether it is the business aspect of things or the very, very technical aspect of things and everything in between. So let me give you a rundown. If you've never been to Tech Alley, there's a whole variety of things that happen here the third Saturday of every month. And just to give you an idea of what's been happening, we're through the first round of talks. So what happens, Tech Alley starts at 10 a.m. on the third Saturday of every month, and it starts at 10 a.m. And that's when we do coffee and networking, and people get to know each other, and then they have the announcements. They run down what's going to happen during the day, starting at about 10:30. And we talk about all the people who are here. And if they've got the people who are giving the talks, talk about their talks. And then other people who have other events coming up or just other things they want people to know, they come up, and we do about 20 minutes to a half an hour of announcements. And then the first round of talks starts at 11 every month. So this month, for our first round of talks, we had Who's Got My Money with Kurt Walker. So that's always a good one. And yeah, he just he talks to startup founders and business owners and other folks who are interested on how you can get funding for whatever it is you're doing. And it doesn't necessarily need to be investment equity funding where you give up equity in your business for cash. Kurt talks about a lot of different ways you can get funding for your businesses. So Innovation Essentials, hosted by Rachel Gomez. UNLV, going to come talk to us? Yeah, jump on. We got Jack Cruz from the Governor's Office of Economic Development. I guess he's got a 5-second pitch for us. So
Jason LeDuc, how's it going, sir?
Good, how are
How
you?
do I look on here?
You look great.
Camera good.
Yep.
Yeah, I just wanted to say to anyone listening, founders, funders, ecosystem faithful, happy holidays. Hope you finish the year strong. If you're sucked into CES, best of luck and happy hunting. And got to give this guy props for the work he does for the ecosystem.
Oh, and speaking of CES, are you going to be going to CES?
I
don't know how you're going to. I don't know how you're going to get it fitted in with everything you're doing. But
I'm not gonna sleep that month of that whole month. We have so many events going on, international delegations
Okay.
coming through, a lot of private capital. So for you folks looking to spur up capital formation, best of luck, and shoot me a text 706-631-4013, or shoot me an email at scruz, SCRUZ, @goed .nv.gov, or DM Jason and he'll connect us.
Yeah, actually, that would be really easy if you just DM me. We can get you connected, and I can kind of screen it a little bit for you because I know how busy you are. But I do want to. I've been making this pitch in the last couple of episodes of Vegas Startup Scene on Mondays, but I'm going to be at CES. I'm going to be on Media Pass. I'm going to have my phone and my microphones and my. So I'm going to be
man on the street, right?
Yeah, man on the street. So I'm going to be going around.
Tag
To,
team.
I'm going to be going around to booths. I'm going to be trying to go to some of the events. But if you're coming to CES. If you'd like me to come to your booth and do an interview with you, that's great. But if you're coming to CES and you just want to link up for like a coffee or lunch or something like that, I would love to talk to you about what your business is and coming to CES and your experience at CES. But especially if you are in Vegas, if you're a Vegas founder or you're in Vegas and you're just going to be at CES and you want to link up, we'd love that. Whether we put you on camera or not, we just want to link up with all the great folks from Vegas or not who want to link up at CES. So.
Are you doing the All In podcast? Do you see that on the calendar?
I didn't see that. No,
On
they're going to be there.
Tuesday, They're hosting a live session. I wonder if that's worth a DM to maybe get you on there, right? Do a local.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I didn't.
panel.
I think I talked about this a little bit last year, but I had no idea the extent of it. So when you're on a media pass, when you get your media pass to CES, you get your media credentials, you start getting like
VIP.
dozens of emails a day inviting, and it's all good stuff. They invite you, come to our booth. This is what we're doing. Come to, we're hosting this event. We're doing this announcement. Like you get all this good, but it's so overwhelming. And I have to spend a good chunk of every day going through like a lot of them. I just haven't had time to deal with. So they're just getting dumped into a folder right now. But
Triage, man. Man control.
tomorrow I do have to spend. I have to spend a little bit of time going through, okay, who do I need to put on my list? Like who are my day one things? Or like, so I'm not trying to triage anybody off the list. It's just like what's happening on day one? What are the events? Okay, I gotta and like even before day one, like Sunday and Monday, right? I mean, you see it all. There's a thing going on the 5th that we were talking about.
Yeah, there's a really cool Silicon Valley Funding Summit.
Yep.
It usually happens at UNLV, but I think it's at the Tuscany. For
Okay.
investors, totally free.
Yeah, I need to get myself signed up for that and get that on my calendar.
Absolutely. And Sebastian Tor with the European Innovation Council, he actually has a deal with the Nevada ecosystem and SBDC, I think out of Northern California. There is a local discount for Nevada-based companies.
Mhm.
So if you're listening to this, if you want to get into that investment conference
Mhm.
at no cost for all the VIPs, reach out to Jason.
Okay,
So
I'll do what I
that's my
can for
message.
you.
Hit him up on his DM.
I got to get my ticket first, but no, as always, if it comes to the tech community here, you can always reach out to me and I will help connect you with the right people because in a lot of
Absolutely.
cases
Super
I know just enough to be dangerous and I am not the right people.
That's
but
all you need, man.
But I
Stay dangerous.
am always happy whatever your question is, whatever it is you are advocating for or pitching or promoting. I am always happy to be the person you reach out to, and then I can connect you with the right people. And if you're doing an event or something and I can possibly make it, I will always try. So
Always try, but make sure you're balancing your energy too. It's
there's a lot going
long
on.
game,
So
man. It's a
no,
marathon.
but I think you're right. CES week is going to be Team No Sleep.
Team No Sleep.
So
I wonder if we get Neuromets to sponsor something. Maybe do a little pop or activation. So gotta go strong for all 5 days.
yeah, we got to get something going here. There's going to be a lot of neural device startups. I'm actually reconnecting with one that I did a little interview with last year, but a lot of neural device startups are going to be at CES this year.
Oh, that's so cool.
And so my big goal for this year, I have one big goal for this year because last year I spent my entire time at Eureka Village, with the exception of walking
that's not
through,
a bad thing.
which is
It's
not a
cool
bad thing,
spot.
but I want to see more of. I never made it out of the Venetian last
You
year,
never
so
made it to like the space landing, lunar surface part.
I didn't make it to any of that. And the first time I went to
Jeez.
CES, I went to all that stuff, like the automotive stuff and the space stuff, and just walked through like the big hall at LV Las Vegas Convention Center, right? With just all the little knickknacks and trinkets and back then it was like 2017. It was the toaster that linked up to your phone on Wi-Fi and that kind of stuff. So and I didn't find Eureka Village till the very last day I went in 2017.
man.
So when I went last year, I was like, okay, there were a couple things on my list that you had to go through a big exhibit hall to get to Eureka Village. So I hit those up, got interviews with them. And then the rest of the time I spent completely at Eureka Village the entire week. So
but it's so cool. There's so many startups there, funders. I think
Yep.
all the investor panels are going to be at Eureka too. So
Yep.
well, I mean, honestly, let me know when you're there. Happy to do man on the street, talk to
Yeah.
founders.
Yep, I will. I will definitely connect. What I usually do is if I know people are going to be there, if I know, like, if you're going to be at Venetian a day, I'm going to be at Venetian. Typically, what I'll do, because there are other people,
Tag team, man. Strength
right?
in
There are
numbers.
other people we know who will have media passes and that kind of thing, and everybody's schedule is different. But what I typically do is just text everyone I know who is attending CES throughout the week. I'm here right now. I plan to be here for a couple of hours. If you're around, let's connect. Where are you? So, you know, maybe I can come connect with you. But I do tend to let people know, and maybe what I'll do is I'll just like do a quick like Instagram story or something, and just be like, here's where I am right now
Jeez,
for the
oh,
next couple
Jason
of
Tracker.
hours. If you want to connect with me, here I am. But I mean, that's the best part of CES is connecting up with people. Like, oh, you're here, I'm here too. Let's meet up here.
It's cool to find a community when you're going out there and trying to meet new people and just close deals. You know, you just got to get those exposures.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So I'm hoping we get to break a couple of stories with folks we talked to last year that are coming back and have some new info, some new things they're announcing. So I'm hoping we kind of get to break a couple of stories.
A lot of cool things in the ecosystem.
Yep. This is the best part of being a fake tech journalist.
You were a de facto tech journalist. You're on no one's payroll. You're like,
That's true. I don't get paid, so maybe I'm a real tech journalist because I do not get paid.
trust me, there's a market for that. But you're Nevada's
Yeah.
tech journalist. As far
Well, I
as
appreciate that. I appreciate all the support you have, you and GoEd and the other state and local governments have given to Vegas startup scene, and the promotion you've done for that, and what we do here on the live stream every month. Really appreciate you guys pushing that out there. I see a lot of, especially on LinkedIn, I see a lot of Shaq Cruz. Shaq Cruz has reposted your post. So
Death by a thousand paper cuts.
yeah.
But, Jason, thank you so much.
no, thank you so much for joining us today. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. So
Absolutely.
And,
Happy New Year's and
so-
season's greeting.
Yep.
And
So we're gonna give Shaq a little bit of a break for about a week, and then it's get through Christmas and New Year's, and then it's hit it hard for CES.
no, I'm a state employee. I don't take days off. I'm grinding. So if anyone reaches out to Jason and wants to grab a coffee or has some issue with the regulatory stack or funding landscape in Nevada, happy to be an ear for you. I think we're doing a lot of that.
Okay,
Problem
so
solving next year.
so- if you're gonna be at CES, let's do some coffees with some folks at CES, and let's try to give
1000%.
Shaq a little bit of a break between now and at least New Year's Day.
maybe you can if you want, but always
But
always
feel free to reach out to me. I can connect you with Shaq, because I know I'm gonna be working on stuff. I mean, I will
Nonstop,
probably try not to do anything but clear through emails on Christmas Day and New Year's Day. Actually, New Year's Day will almost certainly be. I'm trying to make the list of where I'm going for
You're making
CES.
your list, checking it twice.
I am. Probably have to check it more than twice because there's a lot going on. So,
There's
all
a
right.
lot.
Thank you so much, Shaq. It's good to
Take
see
care.
you.
Appreciate it.
All right. So here we are. So we were talking about so what's already happened today is Kurt Walker's Who's Got My Money, and we went through all those. So we're gonna don't do that. Okay, so we're having lunch at Taverna Costera right now. So if you're interested in getting down here, getting lunch from Taverna Costera, being part of Tech Alley, and you still want to get in on lunch, probably about half an hour you can still get in on lunch here, and then the second round of meetups will start at 1:15. So second round of meetups coming up, demo time with our good friend Josh Stacy. So come see the cool stuff that people are working on in our tech community here, whether that's apps, whether that's hardware, whether that's software, whatever it is. You can come see, it ranges from people who are just putting together the wireframes for an app all the way up to full software demos. So come on down and see that full software and hardware demos. I don't know what it's going to be today. Maybe we'll get Josh on here if we can to tell us what we can expect to see at demo time if I can find him. But if you want to see what cool projects people are working on here in the Vegas tech community, come on down for demo time at 1:15. The drone meetup at 1:15. If you're interested in drones, any aspect of drones, building drones, piloting drones, using drones for your business, using drones to create data and products to sell to other people's businesses. Come on down to Victory's Drones meetup. We just had Eric on telling us all about all the crazy changes in marketing that are coming along with the AI revolution. So come on down and get Eric's talk. It's always worth understanding how quickly things are changing and what they're changing to, and trying to get ahead of where the changes are going. And then Adam Englander hosts the Las Vegas Python meetup. So if you're interested in Python or programming, come for Adam's Python meetup at 1:15. And if you're interested in programming, stick around for the third set of meetups at 2:45. Josh Stacy, again, he'll be hosting Sin City Programmers. I don't know what they've got planned today, but it's usually pretty cool. James Roop, our good friend, is hosting Blockchain Self-Custody. So if you're interested in cryptocurrency, crypto trading, blockchain, protecting your information with crypto, come on down and check out that blockchain self-custody meetup. And Maria Christidi Noble is hosting the AWS User Group Vegas. So if you're an AWS user, want to connect with other folks in the community who are using AWS, looking for ideas, looking for collaborations, looking for things you can do with AWS and how to do it better, come on down to the AWS User Group with Maria Christidi Noble. And then Jackson Wright is back this month, which is with his social marketing meetup, and his guest speakers are Kate Sibelrud and Anthony Bradley. So that's what's coming up for the rest of the afternoon. As I said, lunch is happening right now. So give me a second. I'm going to check on some other stuff here. Okay. All right. What else we got cooking here? Let's save that for later. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, here we are. Someone we connected with during the week wants to get the streaming link, so I'm going to send that to them right now. You all fortunately already know the streaming link because you're watching, so. All right, that's good. What do we got going here? Yeah, we're just looking. All right. We got that, and we'll get this. All right. Okay. Ooh. Thought I saw Josh. I'd love to pull him on to give us a little update about what's going on. It was great to talk to Shaq. Yeah, I don't always we don't always get Shaq, so it's always nice to kind of catch up with what's going on, what the state government's doing, and what some of the other things that are going on. So yeah, if you were interested in connecting with Shaq, just reach out to me. I'll be happy to connect you guys, and would love to would love to connect up with you as well at CES, or if you're going to be in Las Vegas, or if you're in Las Vegas, would love to connect up with you. So let's see. looking around, seeing who we can grab for to jump on here. So I saw Ben Lafsky coming by, so I'd love to catch up with him a little bit after he and his folks get to have some lunch. Let's see what else we got cooking here. So yeah, it's a gorgeous day here in Las Vegas. Not like the rain we had here last go around. We'll never turn down rain here in Las Vegas, but it was a new experience trying to run all this equipment, knowing that it was raining out, and then packing it all up. It wasn't raining when we unpacked, but we were packing it up. We had to be very careful. Josh, want to jump on? Let's get caught up. We'll let Josh get rid of his lunch trash, and bring him on and chat about what's going on and what happened, what's been happening since the last time we talked to Josh, and what's coming up for the future in Tech Alley. So, Josh Levitt, founder of Tech Alley. Here, I'm going to pull this in a little closer and make sure we get you in frame. And yeah, that's good.
My frame.
So yeah, Josh Levitt, founder of Tech Alley. Looks like we're having a good day today.
Oh, it's a great day. I was really nervous. Remember last month, first time it ever rained, so that it disrupted the event.
It was like it's so funny living in Vegas because we always know rain is a possibility, but it's all those little things that come along with rain that we never think like we never have a jacket. We never have, it's just crazy. Like for me, it was we did all this setting up and it hadn't started raining yet. And we ran the whole live stream. It was great because we had this awning, all the equipment was protected. It was great. And then it was starting to rain really hard when we were packing up. And normally you've seen us when we're packing up, we just spread all our cases out and we just go, this goes here, this goes here, this goes here. And it goes really fast. But I had to last time because it was raining and it was raining hard. So you couldn't just leave an open case out uncovered.
Yeah.
So I had like this little narrow area to work with under the awning to pack stuff. It just was a really, really slow process. And so it's so funny how we're just not used to dealing with that.
Oh, I know. You know what? But anyway, I was gonna say this: that it rained and it was disruptive to the event. And I always brag for the past 56 sessions or whatever that we've never had a bad day at Tech Alley. I was like, oh man, is this the first? Is every third Saturday at this point going to be crappy weather? But now it's a beautiful day.
Well, it's beautiful today, and I will say, even though it did rain, I don't think we had a bad day at Tech Alley last month.
No,
we had some adjusting we had to do, especially with some of the GEW stage stuff that was going on. But what was really cool is the community around us here kind of stepped up to help us out.
That's right. Yeah. You got Mav.
Mav across the way there offered their space up for some of the things that were supposed to happen on the roof deck and we couldn't do because it was raining. They were like, hey, use our space.
Yeah. I think the most I was impressed was how nice my hair looks with the rain down. Look. I was like, man, my hair's curly and in my face. No, it was fun. It wasn't a bad rain. It was just like a Seattle rain.
It was just like I said before you sat down, we never turned down rain.
Yeah.
But it's just we're just so not used to dealing with it. We have to relearn every time we do an event and there's some kind of weather.
Yeah.
Whether it's rain or wind or whatever it is, we have to relearn things that we haven't had to do in like 3 years.
Here's something interesting, and I just paid attention because I always say it. See, Vegas in the winter is weird. It's like November, October, sometimes. But at one point, the weather just dropped.
Yep.
I mean, freezing.
Yep.
You take out your sweaters and your coats, and you put away, all your summer clothes, and then it gets 70 degrees again. A week later. And this time I actually paid attention, and I remember telling my wife, "See, it does happen." I always just kind of go, was it cold? But no, I love it. It's great weather here, great crowd. I mean, this is the last Tech Alley event of 2025.
Yep.
And it's good to see everybody. And
great turnout.
Yeah.
I mean, we're only a few days from Christmas, and this is still an incredible turnout.
A few days from Christmas, and they have that new parking or pay thing that's going on around here.
Yeah,
which really bumps.
So it's but you guys, we talked about your partnership and promotion here a little earlier. So
with Vay.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
And they were cool. So they just they gave me an introduction from. Excuse me. I was eating. Or the city gave me an introduction.
This is I want everyone to see this. This is how much Josh is always working throughout the day. He still has this tape around his arm from taping something out earlier.
I know. It's the accessory. Yeah, here you go. But they yeah. Anyway, I came over here Wednesday to sort of get a sense of, all right, what's the parking situation going to look like?
Yep.
And I was debating. I said, should I mean, we had rain for the first time. Should I cancel Tech Alley for the first time?
Mhm.
You know. And I met with the city economic development Taylor, and you know, we had a great conversation. And then he said, hey, let me introduce you to the VEI folks, and they're just right down the street.
Yep.
And so talked to them, and they were really, really cool. And they said, you know, here's $10 off. I don't, it's not just for this event. I think it's for anybody with Tech Alley.
If I'm reading it right, it's $10 off for 3 trips if you use the promo code Tech Alley.
Yeah. So it's not
And-
just for today. It's for
And
anytime.
what do you want to describe what VEI is? We described it a little earlier, but we've got new people watching. So do you want to describe what VEI is?
So VEI is it's not autonomous, but they remotely deliver cars to you.
Okay, so it's remote. It's not a robot car.
Right.
It's a driver remotely gets an empty car to you,
Yep.
and then you get in and drive it where you're going, and then they pick it up. They take it over
remotely
again.
take it over
Okay.
and drive it away. Yeah, so it kind of reminds me of those scooters or those bikes where you just get a credit card.
Yeah.
You get to your destination
Right.
and you say, I'm out.
Right,
And you
where
leave it.
we don't have the scooters in Vegas. We do have the bikes.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I went to San Diego, God, 7 or 8 years ago, and they had those scooters, and they were the kind that like you swiped the card on the scooter.
Yeah.
So they were just dumped all over the sidewalk.
Oh, I know, it's terrible. You know, it's fun to ride. I mean, you go to rent it with your credit card with like a bird or I forget all the types. It says, you know, do you have your helmet? You're like, no, but I'm gonna say I
Yeah,
do.
people are not conscientious riding those scooters, I will say.
But anyway, yeah, so if you need a car, you don't have to go pick it up.
Mhm.
You don't have to have a person physically bring it to you and pay that expense,
Right.
or that time delay. They remotely drive it to you. You drive it. The prices are on there. They're pretty reasonable. Was it like
I didn't look. I didn't even see that, but
it's like 30 cents, 35 cents a minute?
it is 35 cents a minute with 5 cents for stopover. So I guess the longer you make them wait to pick,
Yeah,
jump in and take the car.
Yeah. So think
and-
about Vegas. Everything's
and-
20 minutes away, right?
Yeah, and they say they can get it to you in 7 minutes. So
Yeah. Everything's 20 minutes away, I say, right?
pretty much.
And so
Unless you're going to like where we live down to Water Street in Henderson, and then you got to plan your whole day around that for some reason. but-
downtown is 20 minutes away from everything.
Yeah.
We'll put it that way.
Downtown is 20 minutes away from just about everywhere.
Yeah, so you know, if you look at that, that's you know,
So 35 cents
Yeah,
times
$7
7 minutes to get it to you.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's $4 ish if I did my
yeah,
math
so
right.
you're looking at 10, $11 to get
Yeah.
to the, you know. But here they give us $10 off
Yeah.
per ride. So
and 3 trips, not
And
just
3
your ride
trips.
down, not and your ride back.
yeah,
You know, you get 3 trips.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you get to, that's kind of how they hook you. You get a trip down here, a trip back home, and then you've got one in the bank, and then you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
then-
So it's pretty cool, and it's so funny because I was just talking about this. I said before I talked to them, but I was like, I don't even know why. I think about my car, and I drive it 22 hours or no 2 hours out of the day.
Mhm.
It sits in my garage 22 hours, and I
Mhm.
go to the gym and I work from home.
Yep.
So I drive it to the gym and back, and if I need gas, I drive. You know, so it's so here I have this liability, for lack of a better
Mhm.
word, that I'm paying insurance and maintenance and my garage, you know, space and all that fun stuff, and I rarely use it.
Yeah.
And I thought it would really be cool if, yeah, I can just grab a car when I need a car. It comes fix me up, and I go and I don't have to worry about any of that
Yeah.
stuff, right? But then yeah, we had that conversation with them. I'm like, well, this is exactly what we need.
Another example of the community stepping up.
Yeah. And so I can't wait to talk to them some more. But I thought it was really cool what they do. I'm definitely going to leverage it. I want to try it out. But I don't know if anybody used it for today to bypass some of the
If
parking.
I hadn't been bringing all of this, I would have tried it.
Yeah.
Because there was an announcement about this yesterday, the day before. I saw it somewhere that you could use VEI to get down here
Yeah.
and back. I think it was maybe it was on the website.
Maybe. On Tech Alley site?
On the
or-
Tech Alley
Oh,
website,
yeah.
yeah.
I put it on Tech Alley site. So anyway, that was really cool. And then Postmates reached out and said, hey, I'd like to give some promos to the Tech Alley folks. So,
Great.
So we said, sure. I mean, I'm always happy to share,
Yeah.
any of the opportunities that we can. So yeah, it was cool. We have two promo codes that I hope people take advantage of
Yep.
and leverage. In fact, I ask you to take advantage of it because I'm going to assume if they see that, they got a good showing, and maybe there's some sponsorship opportunities that they'll look at doing and pay some extra attention. So
Yeah, this is the Postmates. The Postmates offer is get $20 off your next restaurant delivery order. So you can scan this and give that a try, or use the code Tech Alley Vegas 1225.
that's right. And I think
And
it's-
that is valid from today through December 27th. So you got a
right.
week.
yeah, give it a shot. And if anything,
I might give it a shot. This flyer might be coming with me.
yeah, hopefully, they'll see it and go, hey, wait, let's Tech Alley folks. We got their attention. Maybe
Yeah.
we should look at that way to
That's great.
help out some more.
That's great. I love to see Tech Alley getting promoted by other businesses in the community. Love to see Tech Alley. Right? Is it still true? Remember when we first started talking about all the discounts on the Tech Alley website? And if you took advantage of every discount on the Tech Alley website, it was like over $1 million in discounts. Is that still true?
So I don't have that service anymore.
Okay.
That actually cost me $100 a month,
Okay.
and not people were using it as I was hoping. So
Okay.
I said, all right, but
Well-
yeah, at the time I think I had it for like a year.
We got to, yeah, we all got to make decisions. So if
Yeah.
people weren't using it, you guys missed out, and now it's gone.
It's
So
it was $1 million worth
Too
of
bad.
discounts. There were some folks, but I still see other opportunities, right? I like to see an opportunity to work with Zoho. I really like their app.
oh yeah, no, Zoho's great.
And what I liked about Zoho is that even with my startup in Tagly,
Mhm.
we leveraged the free version, and then we did
Yep.
the paid as we grew.
Right. It's
grew
the
with
you start out for free, and then as you add capability and as you add customers and users and all
Yeah,
that
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
you kind of slowly ramp up to where they're actually making some revenue off of it now.
And every iteration, every time we did it, I mean, it was a benefit to us to do,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. People speak really, really highly of Zoho and their model all over the world, not just here.
Well,
so.
and I liked about them. They were a bootstrap startup
Yeah.
at one point. But anyway, I want to be able to provide those types of services and so on. Maybe we'll bring the discounts back. It just if no one was really using it, I wasn't.
Well, if you use the discounts and you like the discounts, let us know.
Yeah.
Right? If there's a drive for the discounts, well, I guess we can talk about it, right?
Oh, of course.
And then but yeah, and if you like these promos, if you like these promos, please use them with Postmates and Vay. And if you've got ideas for other promos, just like we talked about, if you want to get in touch with Shaq, you can get in touch with me, and I can put you in touch with Shaq. If you want to get in touch with me, if you don't have Josh's info or don't want to bother Josh because he's busy, get in touch with me and I'll get you connected with Josh. But if you have suggestions for the promos, or you have a company and you'd like to do a promo with Tech Alley,
Yeah.
like get in touch and we'll talk about that, right?
Yeah, that's really cool. And anyway, so the promos are good. People are using the Get Featured magazine feature.
Yeah, I got to do that.
I hope you do.
I got so many things going on. I got the email is still sitting in my inbox to go and do that. So
And it's only like a 5-minute because
yeah, I know. It's just
anyway. You get to do the self-directed interview,
yep.
and then you upload an image and it creates a
Yep.
magazine cover for you.
Yep.
People are using the free articles submissions on the site. I'm getting a lot of inquiries on software developers.
Okay.
So there's some careers that are out there. I'll post that on the website.
Like people who are looking for software
Like companies
developers.
that are looking for
Yeah,
software
there's a lot in Vegas.
Yeah,
and,
someone Lauren, with her firm just said
Mhm.
we're looking for 3 senior developers, and it was going from 130 to 180.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a year.
guys and girls. If you're looking for a career that's gonna make you money for a long time to come, get into software development. AI is not destroying that. AI is every founder I talk to is saying I'm hiring more developers because now with AI we're able to do much more work.
Yeah.
But AI coding is still very much it's the first draft.
Yeah.
No one who has any pride in their work is shipping AI code, shipping code that comes directly out of the AI and shipping it right now without humans looking at it. So
Yeah, I'd imagine. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you probably sounds like you know more on that one than me, but I would imagine that. Yeah, if you're gonna have your code reviewed, that the reviewer is gonna say, yeah, this is AI generated.
I don't know any more about it than you do. I just know I interview a bunch. On my other podcast, I interview a bunch of founders,
Uh-huh.
and I always ask them like, hey, what's are you concerned about the industry? Where do you see things going? And every single one of them says, I'm hiring more developers.
Yeah.
I haven't run into one yet who has said, no, we're doing everything with AI and it's been perfect for us. So
Yeah. You know what's funny? You say this, and I know we may be going off track, but I was talking to a gentleman because I asked, I'm genuinely curious.
that's why I asked the question. I'm genuinely curious about where the industry's headed.
And you know, there's a lot of developers that seem like they're looking for work. And anyway, I asked him what's his thoughts on AI is, and he goes, and I'm going to probably get it wrong, but he goes, we actually like the junior developers better because they're more accepting of new ideas like AI.
Same thing.
Yeah.
I had a founder tell me the same thing on an episode that aired probably a month ago, 2 months
Really?
ago. Yeah.
And that's cool. Yeah. And I thought, and he goes, maybe the word junior developer isn't even going to be around anymore, right? It's going to be something different. Yeah.
So one of the big challenges is, right, so there's still a lot of need for senior developers, right, to not just to review code, but to go, okay, like the big engineering, like how does it all fit together stuff. And the big challenge some of these companies are facing, or initially were facing, were, well, we're not hiring as many junior developers. So how do we create senior developers without having junior developers, right? But now that AI has kind of, it's not just for coding, but it's for all aspects of the business, like lead generation and business development and that kind of stuff. They're getting so many opportunities for work. They're starting to bring back more junior developers, and so that fear of, well, where are we going to get senior developers? We don't have junior developers. That's all starting to correct itself, at least in the short term, a little bit.
Yeah. So it's an interesting time. Anyway, I'm excited about everything that's going on.
Yep.
You know, I'm going to be making decisions about, you know, the future location of Tech Alley because of this parking, paid parking situation.
Yep.
So hopefully, and if I find out, I'll let you know, and you can let others know.
You know, we can do some looking around. I don't think there's a shortage of venues in this city or in the valley here who wouldn't like to offer up their space for Tech Alley if it meant they had a couple of hundred people coming once a month to their venues.
Yeah, and hopefully, you know, we're going to be okay. I'm talking to the city and some others. I mean, I love Taverna. They take great care of us.
They've been such a great sponsor since the very beginning, right?
Very, very, very beginning. Love this area, but you know, if it's going to cost, you know, the park, that goes against, again, Tech Alley's, one of Tech Alley's main principles. That
right. It's supposed right. It's free. It's available to everyone. What was the third one?
So it's inclusive.
Inclusive, right?
And that's why we don't host them in bars or anything, because it immediately cuts out. There's an age restriction.
Yep.
And that it's accessible, and that's why it's free. And I like in the downtown area. It's sort of in the central, 20 minutes from everything. But $24 or $4 an hour to park, it doesn't make it quite accessible anymore.
Yep. Absolutely right.
And so that goes against one of our principles. And you know, honestly, I've been offered venues, but they've been in bars. And I say, can't do it. It goes against our inclusive principle.
We want the young people to be able to come.
That's 100% right. So, you know, this parking thing is sort of making me look at it and go, all right, well, where can we find somebody else that's more accessible?
I know you're going to figure it out. So.
I think so. I think it's going to open up our. I always say this: bad luck overshadows worse luck. It just means that if there's a disruption, maybe there's an opportunity somewhere.
Well, you know, you've had 4.5 great years in this location. That's honestly more than I think anybody could ask for. So
I tell you. Anyway, I appreciate you all so much, and thank you for letting me be on the show.
Any other previews of what's coming up for Tech Alley in 2026 besides dealing with parking?
I think there's a lot, right? We're having conversations about how we can help small. Startups, you know, as from a forum and exchange type of thing. We're looking at talent partnerships. You know, we have the chamber relationship that we're doing, and I'm in talks with them about. And I think you would enjoy this. We really have to get these high growth entrepreneurs or these startup entrepreneurs to interact with business entrepreneurs, small business entrepreneurs, because running a scalable startup isn't intuitive.
No, it's not.
And so I almost want to create like these lunch and learns that are like, you know, you don't know crap or something where it's more controversial.
I think there are a couple. There are a couple of our really rapidly growing startups in town, and you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I won't call them out by name here, but I think they'd be really into. I'll do a lunch and learn if I get to be brutally honest with everybody in the room. I can think of 2 of them that would be into that.
I think we need to have these luncheons where people are uncomfortable. You know, lunch and learns are like a sales pitch in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I don't want that. I want it to be a learning lesson, but again, I want to make you uncomfortable So you're going, all right, let me really think about how
Yeah.
I'm running my business, and maybe I should try to
Yeah.
be a little bit more risky. Or
I mean, look,
something.
if any of us really understood what entrepreneurship is all about, nobody would have been an entrepreneur,
Right,
right?
right,
None
right,
of us,
right.
none of us would have done it. But there is a lot of stuff that if I had known it before I started, I certainly would have started out differently.
yeah, oh yeah. Every time I start up the company, I think that same
Yeah.
thing. What did I learn from my last experience? Anyway, so I want to see that. And I think it's going to happen more of that partnership and more of those types of conversations.
Great.
You're right. There is a lot of big startups that are coming here.
Coming here and starting here,
And
and they are
starting
committed
here.
to staying here, which I find really impressive. That there are startups who could be going anywhere, have raised significant amount of money, and are choosing to stay in this area.
And I think so. We're going to start seeing more relationships on that. And that's what we need. I mean, Tech Alley is part of that growth stage of our ecosystem where
I
it's
agree.
all about passion and and so on. But how do we sustain it? We get those big startups and those big entrepreneurs engaged.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to live off of who's throwing an event, but actually it's
Right.
really embraced higher growth startup
Great.
collaboration. So anyway, I can't wait for 2026.
Cool.
We'll see what happens.
Are you going to CES?
If there's something that I need to see, I'll go.
Okay.
If not, I really don't have the time. Unfortunately, we got the Intagli is, real busy.
Good. That's good to hear.
I don't. I can't imagine not having a day where I could go run around and do things
Okay.
for it. But right now, yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, I know you need to get off and do some other stuff. Next month, let's get an update from you on Intagli, because we haven't talked about that on the stream
Sure.
in a long, long time.
I
So-
can't wait to talk about it.
all right. Cool.
man.
All right.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Josh.
Talk to you soon.
All right. What time is it, guys? It is 1 p.m. We are about 15 minutes from the next round of meetups starting. So let me give you an idea of what's coming up for the next round of meetups here at Tech Alley. You just heard from Josh. He is the founder of Tech Alley. We've been doing this here. He's been doing this. Tech Alley's been going for, I think, 4.5 years. I first started coming maybe about 4 years ago. It's been fantastic. I think it's the best networking event in town in general, and it's the best event in town to connect up with anyone. If you're interested in tech, if you're interested in entrepreneurship, if you're interested in business, it is just such an amazing event. You're going to meet such amazing people who want to get to know each other, people who want to collaborate on projects, people who really want to give and help build the community. Tech Alley is such an amazing event. As I said, we've been doing it for 4.5 years. We've been doing this live stream for about 1.5 years. And it is just so great to see it being successful and growing and really helping the community. How are you, sir?
People ask me that, and I say I'm tolerated.
You're tolerated? Well, would you
Yeah.
like to sit down and we
Yeah.
can tolerate you
Yeah.
on the live stream for a little bit?
Yeah, that I'm tolerated by other people, except my ex-wives. Well, the ones that are still.
And you probably don't worry too much about that. So
No, I do. I mean, the ones that are still alive, I'm and good friends with them.
okay, good. That's
So
good to hear.
They tolerate me.
Good. That's good to
So
hear.
how are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
well, that's good.
Good.
It's-
Tell us who you are and what you've got
I'm,
going on.
I am Dr. Michael Davis.
Okay.
I'm a retired dental surgeon.
All right.
But I don't do that anymore. I am a certified AI consultant.
Okay.
I'm working on my 3rd AI certification.
Okay.
And what we do is we help small to medium-sized businesses all the way up to enterprise organizations integrate AI tools and automation into their business. And we have a software app we're developing.
Okay.
What it is, we call it Lead Tab.
Okay.
And
lead tab.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a QR code.
Okay. If I hold this up, people can scan this and get right to lead tab.
Yeah. But this is an old one.
Okay.
This is an old one. There's a QR code on that page that comes
Okay.
up.
So scan the QR code, get to that page, scan that QR code.
No. Then all you have to do is tap.
Okay.
You tap the. It's got a link to it,
Okay.
and it goes to my actual. This is tied in with a CRM,
Okay.
which is a customer management relationship.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, you know that.
Yep.
you're in this.
I'm in the business.
Okay.
I'm not in that business, but I'm in business, and I do use a CRM. I actually really started taking advantage of having a CRM when I started booking podcast guests and had started getting people doing a lot of emailing of, can I be on your podcast?
Which CRM do you use?
It's a version of Go High Level.
Oh, okay. It's we have one the version. It's a white label.
Yep, mine.
We-
It's a white label
yeah,
of Go High Level. Yeah.
We call it Lead Nest.
Okay.
But the reason we're using Go High Level is Go High Level was established specifically their CRM for AI and automation.
Yep. hmm
There's a ton of CRMs out there,
Yep.
and but most of them have been around so long that they're trying to integrate
Yep.
AI and automation
Yeah.
now. And what that the significance of that
Mhm.
is they're having some problems
Yeah.
with the integration.
Yeah.
And it's not cheap.
Yeah. No, Go High Level has really put the effort in.
Go High Level, like I said, what we do is that QR code that
Yep.
people are able to scan brings up that page. They enter their it's like an electronic business card. Like the person hands their business card to me, and I've handed my business
Yep.
card to them.
hmm
But I'm asking them to give me their business card information
hmm
by putting their name, email address, and phone number in
hmm
there. Once that happens, then the AI kicks in,
Yep.
sends them an immediate text message and an email to schedule a time to
Yep.
talk about their business. Because there's a reason. Because we're here in Las Vegas, and Las Vegas is the capital city of trade shows and conventions.
100%.
Yeah, and these vendors that have these go to these trade shows, they're paying $20,000 for that booth,
hmm
scanning people's cards, but it's taken them 2 to 4 weeks still to follow up.
Yep.
And that connection.
And you're losing out, right?
Oh,
we
yeah.
we got CES coming up here in a couple of weeks. Are you going to CES?
Yeah, this particular thing, this is universal.
hmm
And so if someone uses it, and it's a subscription base. It's
Mhm.
a software as a service application.
Yep.
I just launched it. There's like I said, there's a ton of QR codes,
hmm
electronic business cards, and CRMs, but none of them integrate AI and automation correctly where
Yep.
they nurture that lead.
Yeah, and you got to do that. Like CES is coming up, and CES is so big.
Oh yeah.
Whether you are someone who, a vendor who has a booth at CES, you're going to see hundreds and hundreds of people
Uh-huh.
during, if not thousands, during your time at CES. And if you're someone attending CES to go to the booths, you're going to see hundreds and hundreds of booths.
Yeah.
It is impossible to keep track of everything you've seen and everyone you want to reconnect with without some kind of automated help.
Yeah,
now.
that's why I developed it. I moved here to Las Vegas almost 5 years ago
Mhm.
to open up a cannabis consumption lounge
Mhm.
and a barbecue restaurant.
Mhm.
And I opened up the barbecue restaurant.
Mhm.
It was called Uncle B's Smokehouse.
All
Barbecue.
right.
But my business partner didn't want to do barbecue sauce. He told the district attorney here he took this idea of Texas dry rub barbecue,
Mhm.
which is a way of doing barbecue.
Which is a thing.
Yeah, and he thought that meant you don't have barbecue sauce
Ah.
in your restaurant. So he angered 14 of my customers, our customers, by telling them, I don't cook with barbecue sauce. You don't need it, and quite frankly, you're not going to get any. And that kind of angered them.
Yeah, I'd be angry too.
Yeah. So I told him, I said, dude, long story short, I made this short story long,
Mhm.
but what ended up happening, we had to close down the restaurant
hmm
to part ways. Because I do cannabis infused barbecue sauce.
Okay.
And so, which should be a big thing here in Las
I,
Vegas.
I imagine it will. If it's not already, it will be. So
But what I'm concentrating on is that, and that's why I have working on my third
Mhm.
AI certification
Mhm.
is integrating AI and automation for businesses.
Okay,
And
great.
we're doing it with
All right.
Yeah.
So
So-
they can find you by scanning this QR code
That's
and then
correct.
clicking on the link
That's
that the button.
Or just it's got a link to my website. Our company's name Vigado,
Mhm.
Vigado.com.
Okay.
And this is LeadTap, LeadTap .app.
All right.
And you can find it was good.
Great to meet you. Thanks for joining us.
Oh well, thank you. So you talk to a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of
I do, yeah.
yeah. So what do you think about my application?
I think it's great. I think I see the same thing. Like I said, I'm using a white label version of Go High Level, so I know what the capabilities are. I know how far ahead of other CRMs they are on that. But the great thing about Go High Level is it integrates well to other things, and it sounds like what you're pulling together integrates really well with it.
Yeah.
So and they love that as well, right?
Yeah.
They like to white label things. They like to integrate with others.
It sits on top of,
Yep.
of Go High Level
Yeah.
CRM
Yep.
to help utilize it.
Yeah, I can't speak for them, but from what I understand and how I see other people in other businesses working with them, they are more than happy to integrate with other things. So
You've got the thing. Put your information in and see how it works.
Okay.
So you got my QR code. It was good talking.
it was
with
good
you.
talking with you.
Okay,
All right.
and you have a good rest of the.
All right, you too. All right.
Talk to you later.
All right. lots of folks coming by. How you doing?
Good.
I don't think we got you on here last month.
Yeah, JP.
Were you here for the rain?
I was. Yeah, I was with JP.
Did we get? I know we got JP on. I don't remember if we got you on
I don't
though.
know. I can't remember.
What have you been up to?
Let's see.
Mark Phelan, everybody.
Good evening, or wherever you're at. Good afternoon. Good morning.
It's evening somewhere.
Yeah. What is it? 1 p.m. here? Ish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
1:10.
got 1:10.
Nice.
So,
So we are
second round of
live.
meetups is about to start in 5 minutes. So if you're in Las Vegas
is.
and you're interested in demo time, drones, let me do the quick rundown.
What's the lineup like compared to most?
It's a very similar lineup to what
Good.
we've had in the past. So,
Okay.
second round of meetups is about to start at 1:15. Demo time with Josh Stacy, drones with Victory, AI search engine optimization with Eric Lacasse, and the Las Vegas Python meetup with Adam Englander. So
Those are solid.
they're solid and they are
value.
very technical things.
Yeah.
So it's
Jason
that's
LeDuc,
the great
man.
thing about Tech Alley is we get this range of very business and entrepreneurial to very
Yes.
technical to everything in between.
Yeah. they
So
have Python and blockchain. And
Yep.
all sorts of like really.
Sin City
technical stuff.
Programmers is coming up in the third round, and
Heard about that.
so
Right on, man. How
good
you
stuff.
been? Where you
I've been good. I've been
In
been
town?
here in Las
Good.
Vegas.
That's good.
Been here in Las Vegas working on podcasts and film projects and
yeah. I see you
and,
every
uh,
time I open up LinkedIn.
good.
And Facebook.
good. It's working.
And Instagram.
It's working.
This guy's on my feed, which is
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I hope it's not unwelcome.
No, it's definitely welcome.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
It's just a part of
Good.
my,
No, and I
my
see,
LinkedIn experience.
I see all the support you're giving. Of Mark Phelan has reacted to your post.
Yep.
Mark Phelan has reposted your post.
Oh, and it's good content.
And all of your folks who work for Projection
Yeah.
are involved as well.
Huge
So
advocates of Jason LeDuc.
good.
and
Glad to
the
hear it.
Vegas startup scene.
Glad to hear it. And Tech Alley. So
And huge advocates of Tech Alley for sure.
So-
yeah, I turned on somebody to Tech Alley. I met with him yesterday, Hawes from Tech Alley Henderson.
okay.
Yeah, he's he should be here today.
Okay, I don't know the Henderson people as well, just because it's hard.
Yep.
The Tech Alley Henderson is another great thing we have in the Valley here. They are
It is.
usually the fourth Wednesday of the month down at the Pass Casino in Henderson.
Yep.
And Wednesday nights are a little challenging for me sometimes.
Yeah,
So
I've seen you in there once or twice.
I think I've been in there literally once or twice.
You're doing great.
I know
Don't
I've been
sell
there at
yourself
least twice, maybe 3 times.
Yeah, you're doing great. Just you being there is fantastic. Yeah.
I love going. It's just a matter of being able to go.
So I think Haas is talking to Lorraine and Josh about doing something similar to like a live stream.
Okay, cool.
So Haas runs Hello Henderson.
Okay.
So he kind of does. It's a Henderson-based podcast. That's the best way to put it. I don't want to butcher his pitch, but yeah, he has a Henderson-based podcast. He shouts out local businesses and just news and what's happening specifically inside of Henderson, which is pretty cool. Which Henderson's got. They got some
good
cool
stuff
stuff.
going
Yeah,
on,
they got
yeah.
some cool stuff going on, which is cool. So Haas should be here. I sent him here on a mission to meet with you.
Okay.
and I think he just connected with you on LinkedIn last night. And anyway.
Oh,
so,
maybe.
yeah.
I'll look.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Hosny. HOSNY.
Oh, yep,
Hosny.
yep. I think I do remember that
Yeah,
one. So
cool guy. So he should be here, and I've got to meet up with Dave Berlin as well. Good old Dave.
Dave, I think, has left for the day.
Shit. All right. Well,
I think he had
I'll go
he has a
find him.
wedding he's DJing, and
Oh,
I think he had to
does.
head over to
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
so,
he texted me that. Okay, cool.
So,
Well,
but Dave is always around.
have fun
so,
at the wedding, Dave.
Yeah.
He is. Yeah, Dave is everywhere. That's like his tagline. Everyone knows Dave. Dave's awesome.
What
Dave's
does
everywhere.
Dave do? And Dave always says a lot.
That's true. It's like, what do we do? You know.
I
projects.
don't do as much as Dave, that's for sure. So
Yeah. Well, he's definitely like.
I just
in
do
the
more of it
scene.
on camera.
Well, you report on the scene. Dave is in the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is good. What have you been up to?
Working on film projects a lot. So we're getting
Yeah,
this.
How's that coming?
We're getting this kind of independent film studio kicked off, and we're getting projects kicked off in association with other film studios.
Cool.
And we have a slate of at least 6 projects we're going to do in 2026, possibly more.
That's
And we're
lot.
gonna pull together
when you
we're gonna-
say project, what is it?
a film. So anywhere from we have a short film we're looking to shoot in January.
Okay.
We have a couple of vertical series projects we're looking at doing.
Okay.
We have a couple of we have a web series
That's cool.
that we're shooting,
Like
and
on
then
YouTube? Like a YouTube web
we
series?
probably YouTube. We're still kind of trying to figure out what the platform is going to be on that
Sure.
one. For revenue generation and
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then we have a couple of pilots we're shooting for a potential extended series for pickup. So
Are they all sort of the same genre?
no, they're all very different.
Really?
Yeah.
So what? So how do you fit in?
How do I fit? I'm
Yeah.
going to be executive producing on these
Get outta
projects.
here.
So,
This guy.
So-
That's so cool. Good for
Yeah.
you. Executive production.
do I know how to executive
Wow.
produce anything? No, I don't.
Well,
Will I figure it out?
you know enough.
Yeah.
You know enough. Trust me.
So-
Yeah, when I lived in LA and I explained to people that I was a project manager,
Yep.
they're like, "Oh, so you're like a producer." I'm like, "I guess."
Yes,
I don't,
I mean,
I don't know what a producer does.
That
but
is
sure.
that is what it is.
More or
When
less.
they approached me about being an executive
Yeah,
producer, I was
like,
like, yeah,
oh,
that sounds fun.
Like sounds like
ChatGPT,
yeah.
ChatGPT, what does an executive
Yeah.
producer do?
Go to my LinkedIn and tell me based off of my skills what I
Yeah.
can
Yeah,
actually
and,
qualify
and,
for.
and then the
That's-
chat GPT was like, this is what an executive producer does. I was like, oh, it's project
and
management.
it's
Okay.
confirmation bias, so it's hyping you up, right? So you'd be a great
course it is.
executive
Yeah.
producer. It's like, really? Wow.
Yeah.
What else can I do?
Okay, but thank you. I appreciate that.
yeah.
Just tell me what the job duties
yeah,
are.
yeah, exactly.
So
how do I not suck at
as,
this?
As much as I appreciate the flattery, I don't.
Yeah.
I just need to know
Flattery
what
is
I just
nice.
need to know if I can say yes to this.
Yeah. The flattery is. I appreciate the flattery. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong.
I
just-
had a great conversation with Grok on the way.
Yeah.
So I went down to El Paso,
Mhm.
offloaded an investment property there because it was a massive distraction and not going well. So put everything in storage. 'Cause that was my last duty station. Was El Paso.
Oh, okay.
Texas. Yep. So put everything in storage, offloaded the property, and I did a Tesla update. And Tesla now has Grok
Oh, interesting.
in the OS.
Interesting.
And then when I got back to Henderson, I did another software update, and now Tesla can manage your navigation, or Grok can manage your navigation.
Okay. Well, which is kind of what you'd expect.
Yeah, it's basically like
I'm a little
onboard.
surprised it wasn't in the first software update.
Yeah, it's like onboard Sirius.
Don't come after me, Elon. I'm just saying. I'm surprised it wasn't in the first software
If
update. for
Elon
the
Musk is
Tesla.
coming after you, you're doing something right.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Elon Musk knows who I
You're
am.
making big waves.
I probably
Yeah.
am doing something right.
Let's
so.
go. Let's get this. Yeah, let's get this live stream all the way up to
Yep.
Elon. So I had a cool conversation with Grok on the way. So every AI has like its own personality.
Yeah.
You know, what do you use? Have we had this conversation?
I use a lot of ChatGPT, mainly just because it's the one I'm most familiar with.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when I'm doing something, it's like I need to do it now. I need to work on this right now. I don't need a learning curve with something new.
That's
but I
fair.
have worked with Gemini a little bit,
Sure.
especially on importing like video and
Yeah.
asking it to do things with the video that I've imported.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's a little better
so,
at like image video.
I signed up for Perplexity and I never quite got it working where
Yeah.
I was like logged in properly. So that's still something on my list. And then I've never done anything with Claude or Anthropic, and I need to jump in on that. So
Yeah, you've got to get ChatGPT to help you set up all that other stuff.
oh yeah, no,
Literally.
that is how I did that. In
Literally,
fact,
yeah.
and I was telling, I think it was Shaq was on earlier, and I was
Yeah.
telling him, no, like I'm using it for everything from like develop our term sheets with these other studios
Sure.
on how we're going to run these projects
Yeah.
to develop they'll develop the language for me for the operating agreements for the individual LLCs we're going to set up for the
Yeah.
for each of these projects.
Definitely.
So
all
so
the
it's-
lawyers that are listening to this
Yep.
are like, oh my god,
yeah.
we'll have to deal with that
So-
later. But
and-
no, it's
and-
super effective.
And fortunately, we live in Nevada where as long as you kind of have clear intent when you
Yeah.
set up an LLC,
Yeah.
they aren't super
Good
picky about
enough.
the language. Like,
Good
okay,
enough.
you paid your money and you got your
Yeah.
LLC, you're protected.
One of my favorite things to use AI for is when I walk into the grocery store
Mm-hmm.
and I just go, all right, I go back to like my last grocery store chat.
Yep.
I just throw on my earbuds and I go, okay, I know I need this, this, and this. What
Yep.
else should I get while I'm here?
Okay.
Yep. And so it just kind of guides me while I'm in the grocery store.
Nice. That's a good.
Yeah.
That's a good use. Yeah, I don't
Yeah, life
use
hack.
it a ton on the phone. I use it more like sitting on the laptop.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times what I'm doing is I'm generating scripts. I'm generating
Yeah.
outlines. I'm generating things that are
like
that
data
are
heavy.
data heavy
Sure.
research.
Yep.
And as much as I love the feature where you can talk to it,
Yeah.
I think we've had this conversation before. Like,
Maybe.
if you could show me the document you are creating and talk to me about the document you're
Yeah.
creating, that's what I want my AI to do.
Interesting.
I don't want you to just read the document to
Oh,
me
yeah,
and not
yeah.
because you right now, at least the last time I tried it
Yeah.
with ChatGPT, you can either be in that mode where it reads you the
Yeah.
document it's creating,
Yeah.
or you can see the right. I want
Yeah.
to see the document, and then I want you to talk to me about the document.
Yeah.
Don't just read.
Like kind of tutor
like
you
I can
through it in a way.
read. Like explain your rationale. Explain.
Yeah.
Let's talk about paragraph 1. Where did you come up with this?
Yeah,
kind of.
it can't be in voice mode and agent mode at the same
Right.
time.
So get on that.
Yeah, let's go, guys. Figure it out. I'm sure they are.
I,
I'm sure they are.
I know that's coming.
Yeah,
That's-
definitely, which
I
is
just,
cool.
I just want
It's
the
just a matter
Star
of
Trek
time.
thing.
Yeah, I just want it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want the Star Trek thing is talk to the computer and the computer
Yeah.
shows you what it's working on. And you go,
Yeah.
that's great. Move this over here. Make
Yeah.
that blue.
Yeah.
Move paragraph 4 below paragraph 5. Okay, I'm doing this and that's what
Yeah.
right. And,
you're wearing-
just I don't need you to read it to
And
me.
you're wearing like Oculus goggles, and you're just sort of in the.
I'll tell you when the glasses technology gets good enough, I'm gonna
What do
be
you
in
think
on
about
that.
Meta, the Meta glasses?
I haven't tried them yet.
Me neither.
Um,
we should go.
Sonny-
we should
Sonny-
have like a Meta glasses
Sonny
date.
Clark,
We could go check
I
it out.
think, got a set and tried them. He's actually working on an
Okay.
application.
Jeez.
He's working on a couple applications. He actually chatted in to us from Columbia earlier today.
That's a way to get it as a tax write-off. You just go, well, I'm going to build an app on top of it
Yep.
for it.
Yeah.
That's
so
cool.
yeah, he's got some really cool ideas about using the glasses. But
Yeah.
Meta, if you're watching, you want to send me a demo.
Sponsor.
Send me a demo version.
Definitely.
Happy to talk about it on Vegas Startup Scene
Yeah.
and use them to run my podcast and run
Yeah.
the production here at Live from Tech
It'd
Alley.
be cool
So-
to have somebody walking around here with, like Josh should have a pair of those on, just, kind of bumbling around,
Yep.
going in and out of things, just
Yep.
live streaming kind of that way. That'd
Yep.
be so cool. I've seen a lot of really interesting content
Yep.
generated with those. Yeah. But not enough from like, I need those.
Because what would be fantastic for me is now my left eye's not good, so I've only got one eye to work with really.
All right.
Like if I could instead of this here,
Yeah.
I could have the glasses
Oh,
on.
that would be
and I
neat.
could have and
Yeah.
not just this here, but I could switch to what does this look like on the LinkedIn feed? What does
Yeah.
this look like on
That
the
would be cool.
on the Facebook feed? Is it coming through
Yeah.
clearly? Is it getting degraded?
That's the
Is it-
downside. I was looking at the
Right.
Apple Vision Pro, and it'd be nice to have these sort of augmented reality floating screens.
I would love to have Apple Vision Pro just
Yeah.
for working at home.
Yeah.
So like if I'm editing a video, I could be
Yep.
looking at the editing software over
Yep.
here and then turn over here and see
Yeah.
something else, right?
Where when you look at the price of it, it really is basically the cost of multiple monitors. So if
Yeah.
you're looking at upgrading your monitor
Yeah.
setup, like you might want to
Yeah.
just get
At
that.
the end of the day.
Yeah.
the
The only
end of the-
downside is that you can't you can't be on video. Well, I mean, I guess you could be on video with it, but if you're on video, you're wearing Apple Vision Pro and you look like a lunatic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you probably do look like a lunatic,
yeah.
which could be a plus
It
or
is
a minus
it's-
depending on the
that's
podcast
true.
you're doing.
Yeah,
so.
it is a singular person experience for sure.
yeah.
There's no like two-player
I know.
Apple Vision Pro.
I know somebody who used to walk around the office with it.
Sure.
And he had it set up
Oh,
where it was
God.
like telling like he would look at somebody and would recognize their face and would
No.
tell him like, "This is what they're supposed to be working on today.
Oh,
These are the projects they're working
That's
on."
some Black Mirror.
Yeah.
That's a Black Mirror episode. Pass.
Yeah.
But, or somebody's, I don't know.
Well, it's great.
fantasy.
It's great if you're the one wearing the glasses. It's probably
Yeah.
a little unnerving if you're.
Oh my God.
If you're the one being looked
That is
at
kinda
and you
weird.
and you know that they're seeing all the things you're supposed to be working
Yeah,
on.
you don't know what they're
today.
looking at while they're looking at you wearing these like
Yep.
big, bulbous glasses. Yeah, interesting. We'll have to go check those out. I know Apple called me to try to set up like a demo. You have,
demo of
you have to
theirs.
schedule a demo
Yeah.
in advance.
Mhm.
Yeah. Of course, you're trying to sell us tech, but it'd be cool. But my brother has the Oculus. think.
I
Or
have
the
an old
Meta. He has
MetaQuest. I have a
Meta,
Meta
yeah.
Quest from about 3 years ago,
Yeah, he has
which
Meta.
I haven't touched in like a year.
Really?
Yeah,
What
but
did you use it for? Why not?
I got really, I was actually at a Tech Alley talk here.
Okay.
And they were
They hyped you up?
they were demoing like doing meetings
Sure.
using an Oculus at the time, and then
Okay.
MetaQuest, and I was
Did
like, okay,
Meta
these
buy
are,
Oculus?
and I
Is the same
thought
thing?
I thought yeah. So the what used to be the Oculus,
Oculus,
Meta
now
calls the
it's-
Quest now.
Got it. Okay. Got
When
it.
they bought it, I think for a while it was Oculus, and then they created the Meta version, which is the Quest. It's
Okay.
all the same technology.
Cool.
I thought it was really. I never really looked into it because I thought it was really expensive. And then at this talk, I started talking to people. I was like, we could use this for like leadership training, like interacting. You can, instead of like, you can only collaborate so much on Zoom, right?
Sure.
And
Oh.
when you're looking at Zoom, you're either looking at the Brady Bunch view,
Yep.
or you're like in a breakout room with one or
Or it's
two
like a
people,
video
or
playing,
but
can't
it's
see
still,
anybody.
what if you could be in the meeting room and you could like
Yeah.
turn and look at people, and you could do like stuff on a virtual whiteboard in the meeting room, right?
That'd be cool.
And I was like, how expensive is this? And they were like, I don't know, like the good MetaQuest back then was like $400 or something. I was like,
Oh, wow.
it was super cheap. And then later that year is when they came out with, I think they called it
Like
the
the
Pro
Pro.
version,
Yeah.
and that was like initially those were like $1,300, and I don't even think they continue doing those anymore.
Really?
Yeah, I think that
Wow.
the
Pro became the standard?
Yeah, so
Or-
now there's
okay,
now
cool.
there's the MetaQuest 3, and I think there's something
Yeah.
called the 3S.
Okay.
Which I think is kind of what the Pro version was.
Sure, yeah.
Don't know what the prices are on the, but that was my interest in it, is how can I do collaborative work with people
Yeah.
where we can be,
Yeah. Like more connected.
even if it's for 45 minutes at a time, because they're still a little heavy to wear.
Really.
But where we can be like all looking at a whiteboard together, looking at
Yeah.
each other, having conversations.
Interesting.
So that was really interesting to me, and I think
Hmm.
and then so this was all like 2022 or 2023, I
Oh,
want to say.
wow.
So it was still there was still very much a
Yeah.
VR kind of
Yeah,
aspect
yeah,
to it.
yeah.
But then the shift was starting to come to the AR, which
Yep.
is the Apple Vision Pro,
Totally.
the glasses,
Yeah.
the Meta glasses now, where and I think that's much more compelling, is to be sitting at
Yeah.
my desk
Yeah.
working
With
on my laptop,
AR.
but being able to like still look over, and I can
Yep.
see you wherever you are,
Yeah.
and have a conversation with you as if we've set up kind of a virtual room, but
Yeah.
we're all still sitting where we're sitting
That's
in the
so
room.
cool.
And I can see my own laptop in the real world,
Yep.
but I can see everyone around me,
Yeah.
and I can look over at the virtual whiteboard, and
Yeah.
can get up and go walk to the virtual
Yeah.
whiteboard, and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
So-
there's a huge difference between VR and AR. And
Absolutely,
especially
and
if you look at AR from like a collaborative
AR
experience.
for
that's
AR for work
brilliant.
is going to be the thing. But
Yeah.
if I could do that same thing for leadership training, right?
Yeah.
Is we put on the glasses,
Yep.
and it's not a completely immersive VR
Yeah.
world, but I'm standing in front of you,
Yep.
as if I was up on a stage, and we're or like
Yeah.
in the room, like doing a workshop.
Yeah.
But you're not immersed in this world. You're just like, oh, I can see Jason, and I can hear what he's talking about,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then look on either look on your screens at the slides, or
Yeah.
you can look up at a virtual slide projection
Mm-hmm.
screen, and then you can all look at each other, and you can ask a question. You can look at the person who's asking the question, right?
I've seen the face, or it's like the video overview of the Apple Vision Pro, where you can FaceTime
Yep.
with Apple Vision Pro,
Mhm.
and you can kind of put everyone. There was a group FaceTime video that I saw where
Mhm.
I forget the guy who does all the tech review videos, but yeah, he had like multiple people
Mhm.
in a FaceTime call. But
Yeah.
it's like it's a virtual recreation of
Yes.
you.
So this
Yeah.
was at
It's
the
an
end of
avatar,
22,
essentially.
beginning of 2023, that I got involved in this, because I did a talk at a conference in 2023 about how if you wanted to do this today, you could absolutely do this today in a VR environment.
Sure.
The tech was there. There was a lot of room for improvement.
Yeah.
It was still very cartoony avatars.
Yeah.
There were still like in the Meta stuff, a lot of the applications, there were like no legs.
It's almost like
Which-
the early 2000s video games, like PlayStation video games, where it was like,
Yep.
it's like sort of like the bare minimum that you would need.
When we went from 8-bit, when we went from
That was-
8-bit to 16-bit to 32-bit,
Yeah,
right? It's
yeah.
kind of cartoony, like 32-bit video games,
That's
right?
funny.
It's funny when
Yeah.
when you look at like a PlayStation 1 or an Xbox One, and how cartoony everything was.
Yeah.
And you look at the games today on what
It's-
are they up to, PS5 now?
Yeah.
Or Xbox One S, which is
Yeah.
what I have, I think.
Okay.
how video quality everything
Yeah.
is.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's like and slowly bridging into augmented reality where it looks incredibly
So
real.
yeah, and that was my point. It was like if you wanted to do training, if you wanted to do collaboration with VR in 2023, you could do it. Try not to do more than like 45 minutes at a time. Give
Sure.
everybody a break.
Yeah.
You don't want to spend all day doing this, but there's
Yeah.
opportunities here, and it gives you more possibilities than what you do just looking at flat screens on Zoom.
That'd be cool to experiment with for sure.
Yeah. And then, we all kind of got at the end of 2023, beginning of 2024, we all got kind of wrapped up in AI. And so, that technology was still marching along,
Yeah.
and now with Meta glasses, it's kind of coming back to the
Yeah.
forefront. And I think what you're probably going to see in 2026 is the convergence of it all.
Hopefully. I know 2030 is supposed to be the big AGI push.
We'll see.
What do you think?
I think a
30 years?
lot of this is going to come faster than we think it is. I think AGI might actually take longer.
Oh,
AGI is a hard problem.
yeah.
It's not. I think a lot of incremental things are going to come, but to get to that really true AGI,
Yeah.
it's hard to say.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see a lot of rapid acceleration of the AI technology,
Yeah.
and a lot of rapid acceleration of what it can do for us.
Mm-hmm.
How many different kinds of tasks it can take on, how good it gets at certain tasks. AGI is a whole different animal.
Have you seen the protein folding? Do have you ever seen those videos of protein
Mm-hmm.
folding? I watched a documentary recently on this organization. I forget what they're called. They're based out of the UK,
Mm-hmm.
but they basically said we're going to make it was the AI that beat the world champion at Go.
Mm-hmm.
That AI model. They made like I think AlphaFold was
Mhm.
their AI model that they
Yep.
pushed to kind of unlock protein folding.
Mhm.
So the upside is no matter when we hit AGI, there's going to be these momentous occasions that we encounter along the way, of
Mhm.
like being able to basically document, archive, catalog, and
Mhm.
then extract protein folding at a
Yep.
global scale.
Yeah,
Just so cool.
AI is great at tasks. The analogy I heard the other day, which I think is a really good one, AI is really great if you tell it what to write about. It will
Mhm.
write you something that's a really great first draft that you'll have to clean up,
Yeah.
and that will get better and better over time. You'll
Yep.
have to do less cleaning up on that.
Yep.
AI still can't tell you what to write
What to
about.
write, totally.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's that's the AGI problem, right? Is what should I write about? And AI can give you a bunch of suggestions, but it's
Yeah.
honestly a bunch of stuff people have already written.
That's why we have the 20% rule at projection is, because in order for you to properly leverage AI, you need to be able to get whatever you want to 20%,
Yep.
like fully figure out what is the output, how are you going to get started, what are all the inputs, what are
Yep.
all the variables,
Mhm.
and then you just kind of give it that prompt package and then say, okay, now connect
Yep.
all the
Yep.
dots.
Yeah, you've got it's if AI can do 80% of it for you, you've got kind of about 10% on the front
Totally.
end of
Yep.
getting it to do it.
Yep.
Then you get about 10% on the back end of making it really
Just clean it up.
cleaned up
Yep.
and ready for human
Yeah,
consumption.
yeah,
right?
whether it's like videos, images,
whatever it
yeah,
is, right?
yeah, copy. Yeah, that's so cool. What do you have going on in December?
December, I am working a lot on these film projects. We're getting ready to shoot one in January,
Okay.
if all goes well. So we're getting that very first one really ready for production.
Are you resting or are you like taking time off?
I'm going to take a little time. I have the last few months have been so go for me.
Mhm.
So 2 weeks ago was really the first week that wasn't a crazy week
Mm.
between recording podcasts, doing other stuff. So 2 weeks ago was really kind of it was the week of getting back to normal.
Yep.
This past week was like, okay, this is kind of a normal week. And then this week with the Christmas holiday and the next week with the New Year's holiday,
Yeah.
it's going to be a lot of I'm not taking meetings, I'm not doing Zoom
Sure.
calls.
Yeah.
I'm doing a lot of catching up on the email.
same.
I'm doing a lot of just working through the work to get it all ready.
Yeah.
I do have a couple of meetings and that kind of thing, but it's not the pace I'm going. And the goal is to not have to do anything on Christmas. The
Okay.
goal is to not have to do anything on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
And I probably will pull out the laptop and do emails and that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. But the goal is to not have to.
Yeah.
And then, but since I don't have a ton of places I've got to be
Yeah.
and a ton of things I've got to deliver,
Yep.
other than the regular podcast pace,
Yeah.
that's kind of, it's going to be like, okay, just enjoying kind of a two lower tempo weeks than a normal
Basically,
tempo.
yeah.
So-
Yeah,
which is great. Because if I go 2 days and I'm like not doing something, I'm like, I need something to do. I need something to do.
Yep.
I
get
need
antsy.
something to do.
That's why I tell my team,
I'm gonna
like,
start another podcast. I need
Yeah.
something to do. I don't have a
Literally.
podcast that goes out on Wednesdays. What?
Yep.
So this will be good because I'll be downtime.
Yep.
Avoid the burnout. and then 2 lower tempo weeks, and then I'm going to CES.
Oh
So I've got a media pass to CES.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Which is great. So are you
Yeah,
going?
I am.
Good. We'll see
Yeah,
you
I'll be
there.
there.
We'll do a little
We should.
coffee sit down. We'll get the camera.
That'll
We'll
be
get the
cool.
microphones, and we'll
Yeah.
just we'll
Elissa
do a little
will be
chat
there.
like this at CES.
Elissa got a press pass as well for CES.
Alyssa.
She was the other speaker at Momentum Office Party.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she'll be there.
Great. I'd love to connect with her. I've been
Definitely.
telling people on the weekly Vegas startup scenes the last couple of
I'll
weeks,
connect you guys on LinkedIn.
and I've been telling people on this.
Yep.
If you're going to be at CES and you're a Vegas, you're from Vegas and you're a Vegas founder, you're
Yeah.
just what.
Yeah.
Would love to connect with you,
You
at
have to be
CES,
there.
right?
Yeah, you totally
Yeah,
have to be there.
and if you're not from Vegas and you're coming to CES and you want to connect,
Yeah.
I've got a couple of companies that I interviewed last year at CES
Cool.
that want to reconnect this year.
That's so smart.
Some of them are doing special announcements,
Yeah.
so that's going to be cool.
Yeah, we missed the window. But I talked to my team about that in the future, doing like a Phelan Focus sort of press pass situation where and Elissa's gotten some great traction with some of the participants that are there. Just
Oh
reaching
yeah,
out
you can.
and just saying, hey, would love to interview you.
I had one of them out of the blue was like, they were here for another conference
Yeah.
in the fall.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, wanna grab lunch or coffee while we're here? I was like, yeah, and then they were like, yeah,
100%.
we want you to be part of our media stuff
Right.
that we're going to be
That's
announcing.
so great.
So-
Yeah. Do you have a crew, or are you doing
Nah, it's
solo?
just me.
Okay, cool. All right.
I'm not fancy enough for a crew yet. Those days are
You
those
are fancy
those
enough
days
for
might
a
be
crew.
coming. It's
Yeah.
because it was super fun last
Look
year.
at all
but-
this yak. You need a crew.
well,
Look at this.
this will not come to
You guys,
CES.
if you saw behind the camera,
So
it's
last
great.
year, when I took a picture of it. If you go to the Instagram and look
Yeah,
at the Instagram stories,
it's-
you can see the whole setup
yeah,
that you can't see.
It's not just like an iPhone.
It's
and two
not just it's not just 2 microphones
It
and a
is
laptop, which you guys
carload
can
of
see.
Equipment. Yeah.
But
There's a
what I
tent.
do at CES, I will either last year what I did was I took this phone
Yeah.
and then and I
mics.
didn't have the you've seen my handheld.
Yep.
So what I will probably do, I had the lav mics
Yeah,
last year.
yeah.
So I would lav mic
Those are
people I was
great.
talking to. I would lav myself myself up, and then
Those
we
are
would
so
set the
good.
phone up, and we would
Just sit
and
down.
I have a little screen here that
That's
Bluetooth.
great. Yeah. Yeah.
So you can use the
Keep looking
camera
at
that looks this
those.
way, but
Yep.
you can see what it sees.
yeah.
I didn't have that last year either.
That's a
So
good idea.
that's probably will be my setup is this,
Mhm.
and then the handheld
Oh
wireless,
man, this guy's
so I
going
can just-
mobile.
and then
You're
and
gonna be
then I
everywhere.
might take this camera
Yeah.
if I get in a
What is
situation.
that?
That is a Sony FX30.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
So
I have an
it is
iPhone.
way
That's
too
it.
much camera for what we're doing here, but it's a really good camera, really good quality.
I have an
so-
Insta360, but it's my webcam.
Okay.
Yeah. Because 4K, it's great.
Yeah,
You know, it's where I
4K.
shoot all the TDF
Yep,
stuff
shooting
in.
4K. You
Yeah.
don't have to put stuff up
Shoot
at
in
4K, but
4K.
always
Definitely.
shooting 4K.
Yeah, definitely shooting 4K.
Yeah,
There's
so
no reason
because
not
it
to
gives
nowadays.
you choices, right?
Yeah.
If you want to put it up at 1080, you can
Yeah.
put it up at 1080.
You can
I'm
zoom
sorry.
in, crop it out.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to put it up at 4, I put everything up.
You
at
can always
4K.
downgrade it. That's a great way.
Right. Well,
Yeah, you
because
can
I always put
downgrade
everything up at 4K because now, especially on YouTube,
it. They give you preference.
they give you preference, but
Yeah.
people are starting to watch stuff on TVs now.
That's a
There's going to be a bigger and bigger share of people watching YouTube on a television
or in VR.
or in VR, right?
Yeah. so
Which
make
they
sure
do have a really kind of cool YouTube app in VR
where you can like watch a movie.
where you can
one
watch
of the
where
movie
you
theater
could
ones.
watch YouTube,
Yeah.
but it kind of puts you in like a little theater.
That's like the number one selling point
Yeah.
of having glasses or
Yeah.
goggles or
Yeah.
whatever it is. Yeah.
it's a little overdone. You're like sitting in a theater with it up on like what looks like a big.
They should have
screen.
people that like stand up in front of you so you can like
that would
know,
really make the experience.
real. Yeah, that is straight.
So
augmented
yeah, it'll
reality.
be this on a selfie stick tripod
Cool.
with probably the handheld microphone. I'll probably take the lavs with me.
Yeah,
And then
bringing a battery pack. I'm assuming.
will I bring a battery pack? This phone's usually really good
Never know.
for a whole day.
Okay. Yeah.
So like if even shooting video, like I don't think I had any trouble with battery.
Yeah.
If I showed up with a full battery, I did
Got it.
10 or 12, 5 to 10 minute interviews with people and still had plenty of
Okay.
charge on the phone.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good point. What I might do, I don't know.
Yeah.
If anything, it'll
you
be,
wanna travel
it'll be
light,
the
'cause those
phone
places
and
are
the
so big.
wireless microphones,
Mhm.
and but I might bring that camera and a tripod as well, and that's still a really lean setup compared to everything you're seeing
You need
here.
an assistant.
I do. I need an
You do.
intern.
You do need.
I do
yeah,
need
you
an intern,
Well,
so-
we run an internship program.
Yeah.
And we can probably set that up.
Well, that might be a New Year's resolution. I don't usually do New
Seriously,
Year's resolutions,
you
but that
need
might
one.
be a
Look
good
at all
thing.
this.
So-
You do this all the time.
Yep.
Yeah. This is It's crazy.
But yeah, so CES is the first thing,
Yeah.
and that's going to be wild because it always is.
Yep.
And especially like put this invitation out of if you're going to be there, I want to connect with you. So
Yeah. With this filming thing, where's all the filming being done?
around Vegas,
Okay, cool. You're gonna end up with an assistant.
I'm going to have to at some point.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, as a
But-
requirement for
But
sure.
I'm not shooting any of these films.
Sure.
I'm just like, oh,
But you're like getting
is the
into
director here?
industry.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is the cinematographer here?
You're gonna
Cool.
start. I can see the second
Is
podcast.
is the first assistant director here? Cool.
Yeah.
Here's the clipboard
here's
first
the
assistant
checklist,
director.
yeah.
I'm just gonna go watch now.
Yeah.
Go make sure filming happens.
Yeah. I could see the next live stream podcast that you start would be like the Vegas film scene.
I don't know if I would do that one. Do you know Ashley Singleton and
Heard the name.
BTSLV? So they do a thing behind the scenes Las Vegas, and they're doing really, really good work
Really?
in that respect. So I don't think I would start that just because they're doing such good work.
right.
Now I can see doing some collaborative stuff with them.
Sure. Yeah.
So,
So with
but
the,
Ashley's doing really, really, and BTSLV are doing really great work.
I think I saw the article where they're looking at updating the tax code for the whole Warner Brothers lot. Is that Warner Brothers that's doing the?
That was what part of the special session was
That's
about.
it,
It didn't
yeah.
pass.
Yeah. I saw
So, but
Bummer.
part of that was the genesis of what we're creating. What
Yeah.
we're creating here is, if that's not coming, so there's no point in waiting for that to come.
Yeah.
Let's start going doing really good indie films and do this in a really professional
Yeah.
way,
Yeah.
like Hollywood does stuff where they're paying their actors, they're paying their
Yep.
crew. So we're going to be having like a community day
Mm-hmm.
probably coming up in late January, early February, where we're looking for like low dollar amount contributors
Sure.
to,
Okay.
contribute
these
money,
projects.
contribute money to a film project, get
cool.
some perks on that, maybe
Yeah.
get to meet the cast,
Oh,
come to
cool.
a Q&A, things like,
Yeah.
the kind, I don't know if we'll do it as
Mm.
crowdfunding or if we'll do it as local stuff, but the kind of perks you get when you crowdfund something.
Okay.
And then we will be for some of these, like the big feature project we're going to do in the second half of the year. We're going to be looking for legit accredited investors to invest in some film projects.
Are you guys gonna be leveraging Kickstarter?
Maybe.
Yeah.
We don't know.
There's some,
There's
some tech we're looking
there's
at.
pros and cons to doing crowdfunding, and we have not fully thought out if that's part of our funding strategy or not.
Yeah.
But for sure, for the bigger projects, we're going to be looking for legit accredited investors who want to write sizable checks to invest in a
Sure.
film project
Yep.
and participate in back-end participation and that kind of thing, get a return on their
Mm-hmm.
investment. And then, but I think in the short term, for some of these smaller projects, we're going to be looking for folks like you who are like, hey, this is our slate of projects.
Yeah.
Are any of these interesting to you to contribute some money to help develop the industry here in Las Vegas, help
Yeah.
develop our studio, create some great films, and you get something out of it.
Are there film festivals in Vegas?
Mhm. There's one coming up, Nikola Tesla Film Festival,
Oh, yeah, I saw
January
that.
7th.
All right.
I don't think you can get tickets yet because I don't think they've
stuff.
lined out the blocks yet. But as soon as you can get tickets, I'm going to get a ticket. So
Okay.
I mean, they just had this thing the other night. The new company Optics in town,
Mm-hmm.
they had a vertical film challenge, and they had their awards the other night.
Vertical film challenge.
Right. So
Oh no!
Vertical-
Wait, get
vertical.
out of here.
this is
Get
this
outta
is the
here.
new thing,
No
and this is
way. So Jason's
there
talking
are-
about the orientation being like.
oh yeah.
vertical
So I
instead
held
of
up I held
horizontal.
up my phone like this, not like this.
Crazy.
I don't like to watch things this way,
Sure.
but people do.
Yeah.
And there are a couple of platforms out there that are producing vertical series content, and they're making some good money on them.
Wow. I'm sure they are. When
So-
you look at like the population, how much content is consumed using that orientation
Yep.
on mobile. It's
That's what they're counting on.
trains and
And
commuting
these are
all
like
that.
and what kind of the model is people are coming up with these 20 to 30 minute stories.
Yep.
And they're breaking them up into like 2 to 3 minute
Like a-
chunks.
oh whoa.
and there and there's a and then a chunk comes
micro
out every couple of
series.
days. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a micro series.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what you're getting, and some of them are really starting to get like they're into multiple seasons now. So
crazy.
there are 3 or 4 of these
Yeah.
20 to 30 minute stories that are
Yeah.
broken up into 2 to 3 minute, 90-second to 3-minute episodes,
Our attention
and people
spans
love them.
are
People love them.
dwindling. Yeah.
So
Oh my god. I was talking to a friend recently how remember back in the day where like a TV series.
we're working on 2 of those.
What's that? Micro series?
2 of these vertical series.
That'd be a
we
great
have,
project.
We have 2 projects we're
Yeah.
working on for
Because
vertical series.
you can iterate so quickly, with that. Because you put
Yeah.
it out, you get the feedback. How did
Yep.
that go? And then how
Yep.
do we improve it?
Yep.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
We are looking at Microtech.
Okay.
Yeah, building like a Microtech stack.
Okay.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah. Love
But
it.
It's super cool. And
Cool.
then our meetings with Amazon, from that AWS pitch competition.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So we've been really aggressive with pushing the engineers. So we've already had our architecture meeting
Mhm.
2 weeks ago. We had an engineering meeting this past week, and so they're wrapping up the AI AWS consumption,
Mhm.
and they're gonna so now the engineering company is gonna go back to Amazon. and-
Remind us what your concept was for the AWS pitch competition.
yeah, so it was pitched as Momentum OS AI, and it
Mm-hmm.
is essentially an AI tool that you would plug into the back end of your tech stack, and then it would share with you the optimization of your tech stack. So
Okay.
number one, what are the tech capabilities that your current tech stack already has,
Mhm.
and then it would give you so number one, what are you sitting on already before you start
Mhm.
bringing in Perplexity and Copilot and all these other tools?
Mhm.
What are the capabilities of
Right.
of
What have you
your-
got now?
what do you got now? And then the number one is having an updated reporting system saying, hey, this tool has this new capability that was pushed out.
Okay.
On a weekly basis,
Mhm.
there's new stuff. And then the third one being based on those features and the users that are in the tech stack, who is using what features.
Oh.
So you start looking from a dashboarding perspective, what sort of ROI are we getting?
Yeah.
out
How many
out
of
the
the how
tech?
many of the dozens of features this platform has
And then
are
what
we actually
using?
using?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So there might be some API limitations. We don't know, but I mean, the engineering company's really excited. So basically, it's like SaaS.
That's
You know,
cool.
it's another AI SaaS product.
Okay.
Yeah. So working on that, and it's progressing,
Cool.
which is great. So meeting with our Amazon rep next Monday.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's a really exciting project. So what that has led to is we're going to rebrand that from Momentum OS AI to Orca OS AI.
Okay.
Because we have some internal micro tools that we're building
Mhm.
for startups. And so when you're building a startup, kind of planting a seed here, when you're going from solopreneur, you're starting to build a lot like yourself, getting ready to have an intern, which is exciting. When you're slowly building your team, you have to be able to collaborate.
Yep.
And figure out, okay, what are we working on? What are you working on?
Yeah.
Meetings, having a CRM, a CMS, all these basic fundamental tools. When you look at the tech that's out there, they're massive. Like even like implementing like a CRM like a HubSpot,
Yeah.
can be really daunting. Let
Yeah.
alone like a Salesforce. Like you're out of your
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
So for basically a startup, small business, even an up and running small business, if you have a 3-person team or a 5-person team, some of these tools are cumbersome.
Oh yeah.
to manage.
Absolutely.
So we're looking at basically scaling back and building that middle of the road tool
Yep.
of what is the MVP that you would need
Right.
to get out of using.
How do we get you the
a
feature? How do we get
spreadsheet,
you the features that can help you
Yeah.
versus
all the bells
versus
and
putting you into
whistles,
something that's giving you all these features that you're never going to use for
Yeah.
one feature?
which is a great value, but there's a point of
It's only
diminishing
great value
return.
if you use it.
That is true. Yeah, yeah, and that was the situation. We were looking at HR tools for projection because we have this internship program.
Mm-hmm.
So we're operating at such a high churn rate with our employees. We need a full scale HR system. But when we're getting quoted on these tools, we're not. They're not full time employees. We're not doing everything. They're interns.
Yep.
So we don't need all the bells and whistles of an HR tool.
Right.
We just need like a stripped down, really strong HRIS, a
Yep.
human resource information
Yep.
system. And so after looking at the quoting, I looked at our team and I just said, why don't we just build one?
Yep.
Like, why don't we just build like just what we need?
Yep.
And after working on that, we've had that going for over 6 months or so. We're realizing that there's some viability to it.
Yeah.
And so we're looking at creating a micro tech stack.
Yep.
Of like, these are all these minimum viable tools that you would need to just elevate
Yep.
your business. Yeah. So
Cool.
that's some cool stuff
Love it.
going on. Thanks,
Can't
man.
wait to see more about that.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That's 2026 for us.
Cool.
Yeah. All right.
All
I'm
right.
gonna get out of here. I'll
Yeah.
see you at CES.
Yes. CES.
And
We'll connect up for
I'll see
sure.
you at CES. Cool. Thanks, Jason.
All right. Whew. Okay, let's see where we are. So, thank you to Mark Phelan for joining us. Thank you to everyone who's joined us so far. Let me look at something real quick. All right. Yeah, so we are in the middle of the second round of talks right now. Demo time is going on right now with Josh Stacy. Drones meetup is going on right now with Victory. AI search optimization is going on with Eric Lacasse right now. And the Las Vegas Python meetup is going on with Adam Englander right now. Starting in about an hour at 2:45. Josh Stacy will be bringing back Sin City Programmers. James Roop will be doing blockchain self-custody. Maria Christine Noble will be doing AWS user group. And Jackson Wright with his guest Kate Sibelrud and Anthony Bradley will be doing the social marketing meetup. So you want to have a seat?
If you like talking to people, I'll talk.
Yeah. That's what we're here for. So
Exactly.
all right. Well, tell us what you have going on.
Well, we're working on the largest esports event ever conceived.
Mm-hmm.
Made a movie about it.
Okay.
We have a deal working out with Particle 6 to turn into a feature film.
Okay.
So that works. We've got the Ink Cartel Music Consortium that is lining up acts for our event because we're going to have interactive concerts with it.
Mm-hmm.
But again, the largest esports event ever conceived, trying to do it here in Vegas,
Okay.
Legion Stadium in the convention center, etc.
Mm-hmm.
But we just were offered 3 days ago. We're just offered Arlington Stadium in
Okay.
Dallas. So now we got a little competition going on.
Yeah, it's actually not surprising because that stadium is always trying to expand what they're doing. So
Yeah, they're bringing the guy that's bringing in FIFA there.
mm-hmm.
He's looking to bring us in.
Okay.
That's
Well,
kinda
watch
cool.
out, Vegas. There's competition. So if you're interested, if Vegas is interested in holding the largest esports competition in the world, they might need to step up what they're offering.
Exactly. Now we're reimagining the way they do esports because we
Mhm.
believe they're doing it all wrong.
Okay. What are they doing wrong right now?
So they're taking esports and modeling after something like the NFL.
Okay.
Close enough to Mike?
Yeah, you should be okay.
Okay. All right. So they're modeling after the NFL. And as we sit here today, can you see yourself playing in the Super Bowl next year?
Not me.
Exactly. But as we sit here today, if you wanted to, if you
Mhm.
put it on your bucket list, could you see you getting into playing in the World Series of Poker next year?
Yeah, probably.
You could,
Yeah.
if you wanted to. And because World Series of Poker has done a great job over the last 20 years
Mhm.
promoting their stuff,
Mhm.
you think you could get lucky and possibly even win it or make the money.
Mm-hmm.
That's the mindset difference.
You could absolutely get into it.
100%.
Right. You can get into it and compete. It's if you don't need a lifetime of developing yourself like you do to play NFL football. You can spend a few months or a year getting yourself ready, building your stake, and getting into the event.
Exactly. And that's the mindset difference is you've got one that's trying to turn the 3.8 billion game players
Mm-hmm.
into game watchers,
Mm-hmm.
but their name says game players.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to change the model to that where they believe not only could they get into the event, but they have a chance of making the money or
Okay.
even winning the event.
Mm-hmm.
They're also missing out on the network effect of video games.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
They're a concert inside of Fortnite, right?
Yeah.
12.5 million participants in that concert. That's
Mhm.
the network effect of video
Mhm.
games. So that's what we're going to pull off of.
So is that the intent? Is you're gonna show the competition through those capabilities in video games?
No, they're going to participate.
Okay.
And then you can also broadcast it out and use Twitch and all the
Yep,
other things to show it. But we're all about participating.
Okay.
You know, World Series of Poker broadcast on ESPN.
Mhm.
That was great, but participating was where it was at, right?
Right.
So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have the first cross reality tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So 65,000 teams,
Mm-hmm.
which equates to 5-person teams,
Mhm.
which equates to 325,000
Mhm.
players per match.
Mm-hmm.
And 30,000 advance on points, 2,500 advance as a wild card system. I can
Okay.
get you to the wild card system if you
Mhm.
want. Effectively 50% advance to the next round.
Okay.
So that's the size and
Okay.
scale of this
So
thing.
so again to go back to the idea, can you see yourself participating? Can you see yourself competing? If you enter round one, there's a 50-50 shot you're going to make it to round two, right?
Exactly.
So you really are encouraging and fostering participation.
100%. It's all. I mean, that's what video games are all about.
Yep.
Playing, being a part of it. I mean, I've been networking video games since literally the beginning. The
Mhm.
first person shooter
Mm-hmm.
I made from Wolfenstein
Mhm.
3D. I made Wolfenstein VR, but it was
Mhm.
single player. So I'm like, this needs to be multiplayer. I didn't know there wasn't any other multiplayer games out there.
No, the multiplayer wasn't really a thing until people started hooking their Xboxes together in the early 2000s.
Well, I've got something with that too. So I came up with blind device communication theory. I made CyberTag off of that. So it was in virtual reality. I opened up the MGM Grand with it. So those machines were mine. But it was the first person shooter as multiplayer. Well, John Carmack and Jay Wilbur, who was id Software at the time, who gave me the source code for Wolfenstein 3D, said, "You got that multiplayer?" I was like, "Yeah." They flew into my studio, couldn't get them out for 4 hours. Taught them how I did it. They went back and made this little game called Doom. That everybody thinks is the first person shooter. CyberTag actually was, but it was the first one that came out on the PC. Then later in my career, I was networking video games, wrapping 10-way video conferencing around them. And this was in 96 through 2001, back when people were trying to figure out how to put a static image on their webpage. And a guy named Kevin Bacchus and Ted Hasse from Microsoft came through our studios, asked me, saw what we were doing, thought it was the coolest thing ever, asked me if they could take a copy of my network schema. And I was like, sure. And then they went and created the Xbox around. So you started talking about, that's when it really blew up. Well, yeah, that was my network
That
schema.
was the first time.
And that's the way it should be played. It should be, everybody should participate. They don't need to be just watching.
People want to play.
Exactly. And that's what we think the fundamental difference is on why esports hadn't really exploded like it should.
I think you're right. I think that's a pretty, because 10 years ago some cable channel was showing esports tournaments, and I was like, I don't want to watch this.
Well,
I didn't quite get it. I didn't understand. Oh, the thing that's fun about video games is participating, not watching, right?
Exactly.
And so I think you're taking a really smart stance here of how to, if you want to get people invested in the competition, get them participating in the competition. Not everyone will move on every round, but they probably will stick around to see who wins.
Exactly. That's why we're having 16 qualifying matches. And then after that, it's single elimination. But each single elimination round is still 65,000 teams, 50% advance. So 325,000 players per match. That's a lot of moving forward. And then we get this thing launched the way it's designed, it'll be a $30 million prize pool, $10 million to the winning team for a $20 per person entry fee.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
It's good ROI. What's the time frame on how this is going to go from round one to crowning a winner?
The unfeasible original design, which is in the movie, was 5 days.
Yeah, that seems unlikely based on what you just described.
Right, but it actually could have been done if you could get the people to be able to be in one place. You can't.
Yep.
So because we'll break it out into movie theaters for the qualifiers, to basically let 65,000 people compete from 650 different movie theaters, as that's just the team leads. Everybody else is coming in over the internet. We'll probably have a month for the qualifiers and then a month.
Okay.
So we're talking from start to finish about 4 months.
I think that's reasonable. I think that's reasonable, and it keeps people engaged. Coming back every day, kind of thing.
Exactly. But it's Silica Esports Arena. So c.siliconexus.com, and you can go to there, see the whole structure, sign up if you want to. We need to get 300,000 signups just to get all the sponsors on board and to launch the event. It's all on the event. And if you want to see the movie, which is kind of cool, you go to that website. There's a button to watch the movie, so you can watch the movie for free.
Okay, great. What is the game that is going to be in the competition?
First cross-reality video game tournament out there. So no one will get to play the actual structure of that game. They'll be able to see ways of doing it and playing similar. Won't be able to play that game until the qualifiers.
Okay, so it's not an existing game yet. It's not an existing commercial game that's out there.
No,
which is what a lot of esports is. It's games that already exist.
Because that's great marketing for those games. And because of that, you got people that play those games 24/7 for months on end, and regular players can't get caught up. Can't do a World Series poker like that.
Right.
You basically need a game that nobody has a
Right.
innate advantage up front. Nobody has all the tricks. Basically, you learn as you go.
Okay,
So that's what
which is really cool. I think that will attract some people. It will detract some other people, but people who want unfair advantages.
Right, exactly.
But you know what? They're still going to show up because they're still going to want to play. So.
Exactly. I mean, this whole thing.
So-
if you're a game player, you're a game player. You're going to play.
Yep. So that's fantastic. So there'll be little things people can kind of get themselves acquainted, but they won't. No one will get a chance to play until qualifiers start.
Exactly. The
Great.
qualifiers. I mean, they'll understand how you play off. How you play as the team lead. They can understand how you play off your VR gear,
Mhm.
off your PC, etc. But to actually put it all together. and
But
go
no one will get to start developing strategies or tactics until the tournament starts.
until the qualifiers.
Yeah.
And if you play in one qualifier and you bust out, you're like, but I learned this, so let's
Yep.
get into another. And that's what the movie.
Oh yeah, so you come back into another qualifier, sure.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Just like just like a normal tournament, not the WSOP main event. Now they've got it to where it's
Right, that's
one
different.
shot.
Right.
This one is you can get into many qualifiers as you
Okay.
can until you make the event. But even if you make it off the first qualifier, you probably want to play 3 or 4 more so you can learn more about the game.
Yeah, because you don't have any access to the game otherwise
Exactly.
to develop strategies and tactics.
Exactly.
Cool.
So that's the way it was designed.
All right. Thanks
for
for
your time.
joining us again. It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Appreciate it. Have a good
All right. All right. Whew, well, we are getting to the time we're typically wrapping up. I think I'm looking to see. I kind of would like to get James, but he's in the middle of something, so let me give you the quick rundown of what's coming up. We are wrapping up the second round of talks. There's about 15 minutes left in the second round of talks. So coming up at 2:45, let me just take it. All right, so what are we doing here? All right, let me give you guys an idea of what's coming up. So third round of meetups is coming up at 2:45. It's 2 o'clock right now, so the second round of meetups is wrapping up. There's about 15 minutes left in that. But if you are interested in programming, Sin City Programmers is starting at 2:45 with Josh Stacy. If you're interested in blockchain, cryptocurrency, self-custody, anything like that, James Roop is hosting the blockchain self-custody meetup at 2:45. I'm going to see if I can get him to jump on here and give us a quick preview on that. If you are an AWS user or interested in AWS, Maria Christidi Noble is hosting the AWS User Group Vegas at 2:45. And then Jackson Wright is back with his social marketing meetup, and his special guests are Kate Sibelrud and Anthony Bradley. So that is what is left for the rest of the day. Let me see. Hey, James, want to jump on and give us a preview of your talk today? All right, we'll get James on here real quick. We'll get a preview of his talk today, and then we'll probably wrap up the stream. So I just wanted to give you, the opportunity to be the last one on before I start packing it up. So
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
So lots going on. So we've been telling everybody about your blockchain self-custody meetup coming up later today. That's one of the advantages of being in the third block is we get all day to tell our audience, if you're in Vegas, you want to learn about blockchain, you want to learn about cryptocurrency, you want to learn about self-custody, protecting your money, protecting your information with blockchain, come on down to see James at 2:45. So
Jason, I love it, man. Jason's got it. It's exactly that. We're teaching people about this new environment called blockchain. We're exploring it. We're showing people how it works, how the nuts and bolts work, how to self-custody these assets, why large corporations are trying to self-custody it and then creating products for you to buy, and how ultimately it might just be better that you act like the major corporations and self-custody it too, because you're going to get more market growth, right?
This is, it's so
This
funny you say
exciting
that.
part.
Like treat your brand, treat your business like a big corporation.
Exactly.
We all know as entrepreneurs, you have to, I always tell people, start running your life like a rich guy runs his life, right?
Yeah.
That means you do certain things to set yourself up for advantages in taxes. You do certain things to set yourself up for your personal estate, your trust, all those kinds of things, right? Think like a rich guy.
That's
if you
right.
want to, you don't have to be rich now, but if you want to be a rich guy, think and act like a rich guy. And
100%.
same thing. If you want to have the kind of success and stability and protection of a big corporation, think and act like a big corporation.
And that's so true, so truly it. And especially with all the tools that we have in technology today, like we have our computers, we have our AI, we can produce infrastructure, we can produce front ends, back ends, we can code ourselves, we can market ourselves, we can store our own value and exchange our own value. It's almost like all of us are starting to have the opportunity to become businesses in the real world, but on a global level.
Well, the technology exists
Right.
now, right?
Absolutely.
And
That's
the
the exciting
the
part.
business climate exists.
Yes.
Not everywhere, but in places like Nevada,
Sure.
it's you can't afford to not be set up as an LLC in Nevada.
No way, man. This is one of the most friendly business environments in the world. We're all about experimentation. I mean, look at the casinos.
Right.
How did they get through? That was lots of really open-minded thinking,
Yep.
a lot of business thinking. And so blockchain is being greeted here and welcomed here in an aggressive way. And this is the time to start acquiring the right types of assets, right?
Yep.
We don't want to buy Chuck E. Cheese tokens. We have to learn about the environment. We have to understand what has value, why it holds value, and if it'll have value in the future.
Right.
And so if we can explore these things and learn about Bitcoin, what makes gold valuable and how Bitcoin parallels to that, and then start to look at the entire environment from that lens, that's when things can get exciting and change for you guys. I've got clients that I look at and we'll recap after the years and we're opening up wallets that we haven't opened up from the previous cycle. And we're learning what's real and we're learning what's not
Yep.
really fast, because the real stuff is growing and the fake stuff is dying off.
Yep.
And so it's, if you want to take our experience and push yourself forward in this environment, come check out our class. Come check out our
Yep.
YouTube channel, trueholdcrypto.com.
Yeah, you
by
have a new
James
you have
Rip.
a new YouTube
I
channel.
do, yeah. I just rebranded. So we've been Cardano Mint for a long time because we believe in the brand of Cardano because it is a self-custody, self-yield environment, one of the only ones in the world that exists. But we realize it's not just about that one brand. It's about self-custody. It's about holding your own assets, about holding your own Bitcoin too. And so we've changed our brand a little bit to True Hold Crypto by James Roop. And I'm going to be teaching people the generics of blockchain, why value exists within them, and then how to self-custody those assets. And so it's a really exciting brand change for us. And we're starting to produce our own videos. We're using AI and we're really starting to get some speed. And so we're really excited.
Yeah, absolutely. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The free market always wins. And that's what you're
Yep.
seeing now.
That's right.
Is we've been inundated. We've been flooded with all of these coins and cryptocurrencies and all that kind of stuff. And now market forces are starting to come in. The ones that show real value, real promise are the ones that are starting to increase in value. And the ones that don't are starting to fall by the wayside.
That's exactly
the
right.
free market always wins.
Yep.
The free market is undefeated.
The people will always choose money that is freest and with the less friction. And that's just history, you guys. And so if you can hold Bitcoin and trade Bitcoin globally, or if you can hold Cardano and trade it globally, that is the least amount of friction compared to other monies that are debased or stricken or taken from us. So it's really lots of wonderful things to learn. Please check out the class here today at 2:45.
Yeah, give us a quick preview of what you're going to talk about in
gosh.
today's
Well,
quick.
yeah,
we got to get the people out
Okay.
there who are in Las Vegas saying, I got to come down for
We've
this.
got so many cool things. Okay, so right now banks are talking about deregulation because there's so many things that are changing. So we're going to go and look into history at 2008 when we changed some things in the market, in the housing market, and look at what happened back in 2008 and see if we're going to try and reconstruct some of that stuff for the future. And hopefully we won't. Hopefully we can lobby and we can start to talk to our people and explain it. But we're going to be looking at history today and why blockchain is so important because of history. And it looks like history might be repeating, which makes blockchain even more important for the future.
Yep.
Okay, because we don't want to be taken advantage of or manipulated, which sometimes these markets tend to do.
The historical parallels are astounding. I was living here in Las Vegas in 2006 and 2007, and I've talked about this before. I won't belabor the point. I see a lot of things happening both globally, nationally, and locally in the economy that look a lot like what was happening in 2006 and 2007. And we all know what happened in 2008. So
yes, I lost money in that. I had three homes.
We all did.
I had 3 homes, and I took a huge bath. They gobbled up all my savings, and it really hurt
Yep.
me. And so if we can teach people why
Right.
that happened and how to sidestep that, that's what this
So
class is all about.
If we can see the parallels and say what
Yep.
applies today that applied then, what doesn't apply today that applied then,
Yep.
and what's different today, we can all protect ourselves and protect each other, work together to try to make sure that we all get through it successfully.
And that's what it's all about, Jason. It
All
really
right,
is,
man.
buddy.
All right, well,
hey,
thanks for joining us.
Appreciate it. Thanks for
Great
having me
to
on.
see you.
All right, brother. Okay. See you later. Thanks, guys. See you later.
All right. I think that's gonna be it for us. It's a pleasure to have you guys tuning in to see us here for live from Tech Alley. A little actually Vegas Startup Scene is actually a little side project off of Live from Tech Alley, but you can check out Vegas Startup Scene, where we run through all the tech startup and entrepreneurial community news in Las Vegas every week. That comes out Monday mornings. It usually comes out about 10 a.m. Monday morning. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all the places you get your podcast, both video and audio. So I do want to run down. It was great to hear from James. I am going to give you guys the rundown of what's coming up, because the second set of meetups is ending right now. People are starting to kind of filter back into the courtyard here at Taverna Costera. As I mentioned, Taverna Costera is our amazing partner for Tech Alley, has been since the very beginning 4.5 years ago. They provide free lunch to everybody who attends. They provide water, coffee, all the space to do all the networking. They provide all the space for us to do this every month. So we are just huge fans and just hugely appreciative of Taverna Costera and everything they provide to make Tech Alley go every month, every third Saturday of the month. So what is coming up here? If you're in Vegas and you're interested in any of these things, get on down here for 245. Thin City Programmers, hosted by Josh Stacy. Blockchain self-custody. We just had James on. We're going to be talking about that history, those parallels, and what you can do now with technology today to protect yourself and protect each other that we couldn't do back then. AWS user group with Maria Christidi Noble, and then Jackson Wright and his social marketing meetup with his guests, Kate Sibelrud and Anthony Bradley. So that's all coming up at 245. If you're in Vegas and any of those things sound interesting to you, come on down and come see the amazing folks who are hosting these meetups and sharing what they have to know, and want to hear from you as well. Come down and share and get to know people, do some networking. Best networking event in Vegas is Tech Alley. I always make a great connection every single time that I have forever. Yes, every third Saturday of the month, we're doing Tech Alley here. It is always a fantastic time, and we are always grateful that you tune in and grateful that you come down. If you're in Las Vegas on the third Saturday of the month, come on down and join us. If you don't live in Las Vegas and you're coming to Vegas and you're able to schedule your trip around the third Saturday of the month and come down and join us, we would love that as well. So thank you again for joining us today. It's always a pleasure to have you with us. We appreciate all the support you do for Live from Tech Alley, Vegas Startup Scene, and the other podcasts we do, including the Leader's Mindset. So thanks for joining us today. Onward and upward.